She's playing. She's going to start at any moment playing in the tournament on MENORCA. It's just 1 minute left, and she will be with you at any moment. She will be here to tell you about her thoughts before the tournament.
Hello! I am in Menorca right now, and I have found the coolest little playground ever. Like, look, like there's like houses, there's like, wait, look, there's like a bowl, like, oh my, that was the best I've done so far. Well, I am in Menorca finally, everyone, and I am so excited because in a couple hours, I'm going to be playing my round number 1. And I've anticipated this for so long. As you know, I took a break after Reykjavik Open. It didn't go so well there, and I needed a little bit of rest, but I am now fully rested. I've been preparing chess, I've been studying, and I feel so good. I am so excited for round number 1. Now, you know what? I'm gonna stand up on a little staircase to show this because I think this staircase is so cool. Like, look at the staircase. It's like pink and blue and everything. So I'm gonna stand up here for this. I am, in a couple hours, going to play round number 1, and I have no idea who I'm facing because the pairings, I think, are gonna come out like 45 minutes before the round, as people can actually still join the tournament. So I'm pretty sure I'm facing a really strong grandmaster because of the way that the pairings work, but this could be anyone. Like, I might play against a 2600 in a few hours, and that would be like my first time playing as such a strong player in classical chess. So I am super excited. I'm going to go now, get some rest, get some preparation, even though I don't know who I'm facing, but you know, I'm gonna be studying some chess with my mom. My mom is my secret coach here. I don't know if I should say that, but my mom is my secret coach here. So while she's watching this, she's probably gonna be smiling. But I'm very excited to have my mom as my second, or chess second here. Like always, we're going to be live streaming all my games. So for the next 9 rounds, wow, so many chess games, we're going to be having a live stream on YouTube, a live stream on Twitch. I'm going to be posting recaps on my YouTube channel. We're going to be having absolutely everything going on. So check out all my social media, and please join me on this journey. And please wish me good luck and be kind to my mom. And yeah, wish me luck. All right, round 1 starts very soon. I am ready. I'm going to soak in some sun so that it gives me good luck. Here we go. All right. All right, I'll see you all after the round. Bye!
Yeah. So that was Anna. Anna was telling you how she feels before the tournament. And I am Pia Cramling. I am Anna's mother. And I am going to a little bit to guide you during the games here. And as we can see that Anna, she's sitting at the board already. We can see she's there, not her opponent. She's going to play against a young player from China, Tong Chiao, born 2008. He's 15 or 16 years old. And of course, it will be very, very tough for Anna, but it's an open tournament with lots of players. There are 2 groups. Anna playing in the A group with, I think it was 284 players. Anna is rated 191, and I believe she played against the number 25 in the tournament. But it's such a big open tournament on Menorca, and with lots of players from different countries. Anna is back playing over the board, which is very, very beautiful. It's very, very exciting. And they're going to play 9 games, 9 classical games, but quite a rapid time control, I would say. They play the whole game in 90 minutes. They get 90 minutes each, and after each move, they are getting half a minute. But after 40 moves, there are no extra half an hour. And this is classical, but more quicker, and I would say that I myself think it's quite difficult to play like this. I like this control with 40 moves, you get half an hour extra after that, but here they will not get it. So they are playing 9 games in 6 days. This is the first round starting, and it was very, very difficult to know who Anna was going to play. It's big open tournaments, 284 players. They play only 9 games, only 9 opponents, 9 different opponents. You don't really know who you will play, but you are seeded according to your rating. So the number 1 in the tournament will play against the one who is the first one on the second half. So here Anna is sitting, and it's one of the few times she's coming before her opponent. I like to see that. I think that is quite good. So today Anna is playing 1 game. Tomorrow there is a double round. They're playing 2 games, 10 o'clock CET time and 5 o'clock CET time. And on Thursday there are another 2 games. So it's just very, very lots of games in a very, very short time. So they're going to play these 9 games in only 6 days. And it's a little bit past 6 o'clock. I would say that 6 o'clock is a quite late time to start the first round. But the idea is, of course, that if you are coming from somewhere else, or if you are living maybe on Mallorca, on one of the Balearic Islands, Menorca is one of those. It's not Mallorca, it's a smaller island. Then you have maybe time to work in the morning, and you can get over to the island later on. So that's why it is starting later on. And also in South Europe, it's quite common to play games after the lunch. So Anna is still sitting there. Let's see if they are starting the game here at any moment. Here we can see her opponent has come to the board. Her opponent has also come to the board, but they have not started the game yet. And it's an international open tournament. There are lots of nations. I think Anna asked for how to write down the name, because when you play classical game, you have a score sheet. You need to write down the name of your opponent, the name of yourself, and also all the moves you play during the game. And this is an old tradition. So even if they are playing on digital boards, we can see the moves. We need to it's still this tradition that you need to write it down. And it could be that you sometimes need maybe you want to claim a draw, or for some other reasons it could be. So it's like that. You keep writing down the score sheet. And so they're a little bit late, and that's very typical. First round in an open tournament, of course, it's impossible. It will not be late, because was it 284 players? That's what I got it to in the first group. In the second group is for players. I could see there were players up to close to 2,000, and there was maybe 90 players. So all in all, there are close to 400 players in this open tournament, and it's the third open in Menorca for Anna. This is the first time she played this tournament, and it's what I believe also the first time she is on Menorca. And Menorca is the smaller island of Mallorca, and Menorca is only 5th as big as the very, very famous Mallorca, and one of the Balearic Islands. So they are still waiting, and this is very, very typical. The first round more chaotic. I believe it was also possible to maybe enter the tournament late, and even if you had entered, they want to see and check that everyone who has entered, that they also will be there. So this is very typical. The first round starts normal a little bit later. Yeah, that's true. So the Balearic Islands, Mallorca, Menorca, Ibiza, Formentera, and I think also Cabrera, I think, is the 5th island. And they are sitting there. Her opponent is like 15 or 16, is from China. And China has really become a strong chess nation. They have won the Chess Olympiad. Just now they have 2 world champions. Ding Liren is the world champion in the open class. And among women, Yu Wenyun is the world champion. So it's a very strong nation. I think there are 12 players from China playing in this open. There are like almost 50 different nations. They are still a little bit waiting. Now they're shaking hands. The game is going to start. The game is going to start at any moment. And here we see Anna, she goes out, she played her d4 favorite move, and let's see what is her opponent going to play here. He goes knight f6, Anna plays c4, she played this very, very quickly, and this is what she normally does. And let's see what her opponent will play. And you know, this round, the pattern came out very, very late, which is very typical in an open tournament for the first round. Normally, and now it goes e6. This is the most common way of playing. This is absolutely the most common way, one of the most common way of playing. You go e6. So depending what Anna plays here now, you are, with this little pawn move, you are actually, we can see, these pawns are staying away for this bishop, but instead the other one bishop is coming out. And you go out here. So depending on what Anna does now, she can go out with her knight to c3, the other knight, she can play a little more like g3, but it's a lot about the center. It's a lot. And this move's a little bit to disturb. If the knight comes up here, black has the possibility to pin the knight. So white has different ways. I would say there are 3 main moves to play here in this position. There are 3 main moves to play, but of course white can also do other things. Here we see a little bit of a smile on Anna's face. I'm not really knowing what is happening there, and but she's a little bit taking her time there. And so these are the first starting moves. Yeah, I think Anna has actually played here both knight c3 and knight f3, which are the most logical to play. Actually, it's a little bit this, what we're learning, the basic rules that we try to take the center. Here white has got the center, but black is going to fight against the center, or maybe put the pawn on d5 and then also fight in the center. And then we develop the knight and the bishop. And normally we go with the knight first, and the reason is very simple. The knight are strongest towards the center, so the square where the knight is going to be placed is quite clear. This knight will absolutely be best on f3. Sometimes it could go to e2, but normally it's best on f3. So that's why we are bringing out normally the knights before the bishop. This one is normally best on c3, but there is a pin perhaps coming. So you could have some idea of bringing the knight to d2, but if you do it, maybe you want to go out with the bishop first. But so here I would say knight f3, knight c3, or this little move g3, which is putting the pawn here. And the idea is actually to put the bishop out here. This is also a possibility. So these are the 3 main moves in this position. And now Anna takes a little bit of time to decide what she will do. And openings are just so very, very important. They're also important that you get to a position you like, you understand the plans, that you don't get the position which is difficult from the beginning, because it will be maybe a difficult game all the way. You want to have a good start in the game. Yeah, so now Anna likes knight f3. She has also played lots of knight c3, both of the moves. Knight f3 is the knight to the king side, knight c3 is the knight to the queen side. And in this opening, is both are, I would say, both are equal common to play. And but it depends. If you start, when we start with d4, it could be that we a little bit don't develop this knight and this bishop so quickly. Sometimes we develop this knight and the bishop on the queen side. Although we have this rule that we should maybe develop the pieces on the king side before. But here there is no danger that black is quickly making an attack. Knight f3 came here, and now there are so many options for black to play here. Black can go d5. We will get the queen's gambit. Black can go bishop b4. Bogey Indian. Black can go b6, we'll have a queen's Indian. Black can go c5, and depending on what white is answering after that, we will have different openings. So I would say this is 1, 2, 3, and 4 very, very common moves here. And what black plays will absolutely make a lot of difference. There will be different plans to choose depending on the moves black plays, but also what Anna chooses after that. So Anna has played quicker, and here in this tournament they need to play quicker because they don't get this half-hour extra time. And I remember we actually played it. This time format was used officially during some time, and now we see Queen's Indian b6, and we can see that this bishop, we see the pawns on d7, it doesn't have such a good future here. It's coming to b7. Sometimes it can even come to a6, but the most normal is to come to b7, and from b7 it will look towards the center. And why is black doing it so quickly? It has to do with this square e4. Black is fighting about this square, so white will not be able to go e4 too quickly. Yeah, and it's true. I am Pia Cramling, and I am Anna's mother. I'm a grandmaster in chess. I have been playing almost 50 years. And but it's also very, very nice for me to be commentating on Anna's games. It's very, very exciting. It's much more nervous, of course, to commentate on Anna's game, to watch her play, and then to play myself. And this is the very, very first round of this very beautiful, very strong open tournament on Menorca. It's only the third time this tournament is held, and but it's so strong. I saw there were about 44 grandmasters, figure 18 IM, 6 women grandmaster, maybe, I'm not sure, maybe around 6 or 10 women international masters. There are some FIDE masters, some women FIDE master. Anna is one of those. And there are also some candidate master and some women candidate masters. And of course, lots of other players. So there are players from 1600 up to Indian player. Oh, I'm a little unsure how to pronounce his name. Let's see if I can. Erigaisan Arjun, he's the highest rated with 25, 27, 56. The only player over 2,700. But then there were quite lots of play between 2,600 and 2,700. So, and Anna, she has a 2,079, and she's facing a very young player, surely upcoming player. He's born 2008. He's 6 years younger than Anna, from China. He's one of 12 players coming from China. And China is quite a young nation in chess, in our traditional chess. In China, they are having, of course, Chinese chess, which is very, very popular. I don't know how to play it. I think it's in a bigger board, and it's also very, very aggressive. And so that we could see when the Chinese player started to play, they were very, very aggressive, but now they play more tactical. And I believe it's because their own Chinese chess is more aggressive. But now they are a very, very strong nation in chess, even though Chinese chess, I believe, is much, much more popular in China. And in this tournament, there are about 60 players, 62, I believe, from Spain. That's normally, it's held in Spain, in Menorca, which is in part of Catalonia, and it's one of the Balearian Islands. Anna go G3, I would say this is absolutely the most popular. So black has two choices to play. So Anna is going to put her bishop here on g2. This is a very solid way of playing. This is very popular among the world's best players. This is also why I have played, but I would say that this is maybe this is the main line. These now the most popular, and black now have two. Black can play differently, but most popular is to go either bishop b7, develop it very normally, and you are looking from here to e4. This square is very, very important. Another one is actually to go with the bishop to a6. You're attacking the pawn, and you're asking white, how are you going to defend it? And white has lots of different ways of defending. It could be also possible maybe to give a check here already now. These are to go out with this bishop also could be possible. So these are the three, let's see, main moves for black to choose from. I would say that the main line is bishop b7. Maybe it's the more solid. This is maybe more active move. And white has lots of way to answer this possibility. So one of these are the most expected. But bishop b4 is absolutely possible. And here it came. Bishop b4 already now. That is actually exciting to go here now. And so what is the main move here is to go with the bishop to d2. You can absolutely go with the knight to d2, and you can also go with the knight to c3. So we can see there are only 3 good moves here for white to play. You can go here, knight c3, and we will have a kind of Nimzo Indian. It's possible. You can go bishop d2, which is the most common because you are challenging this bishop. And we see that white has this pawn. This is the most central pawn white has, and it's on a black square. So white don't really mind so much to change maybe the black squared bishop. This is the main move. You can also play this move like this and a little bit saying, what are your bishop doing here? Because you really want to change maybe your knight for this bishop. So I would say that this is the main move. This is also possible. Knight c3 is also absolutely possible. So these are the 3. But you don't want to go here with this knight. You don't want to develop a knight, move a knight which has been developed, standing very beautiful here in the center, to move it backwards. That would just give black a very, very easy game immediately. So it's not anything you would be considering here. I'm not sure if her opponent has a title. It could be he hasn't. To getting a title, you need to play in international tournaments. If you only played, for example, he's from China, if he only has been playing in tournaments with Chinese players, you can only get a title, I believe, if you play the Chinese championships, absolutely championship, but he's not strong enough, I believe, to play that. So that could be, and also you need to have free result. So if he doesn't have any title yet, it could be that he hasn't played so much abroad, and he's a young player, he's an upcoming player, so this is just very scary to play against such a young player with such a high rating. But Anna, she is the lower rated, so she can actually be very, very relaxed in this game. So bishop b4 came here, and let's see what Anna is going to play. I'm guessing she will go out with a bishop or go out with a knight, one of these. What would I do? I have played both bishop d2, I play knight bd2, I guess, in this position. But here I would say bishop d2 is the most common. And we see these 2 players very, very focused. So there are most players from Spain. There are 62 players from Spain. And then there are about 30 players, I believe, from India. So India is the really upcoming chess nations. You go all over Europe to different open tournaments, and there are lots of Indian players. And Vishy Anand, the world champion, who lost his title to Magnus 2013. Yeah, he has made it so popular. And it's just very, very beautiful because chess has its origin from India. And now India is becoming a very strong nation. And also the number 1 in the tournament is the Indian player. The number 2, I believe, is also Indian player, Nihal Sarin, who has very close to 2,700. And the first 2 tournaments was won, if I'm not mistaken, by Gukesh, who is also an Indian player. So let's see, Anna, it looks like she's on her way to move here. She doesn't have so much moves to choose from, but it's again an important moment. What do you want to play here? Do you want to go with the bishop, or you want to go with the knight? If she goes with the bishop, I would actually expect her opponent to maybe to change the bishop. But yeah, let's see what will happen here. There are lots of well-known chess players from lots of different countries, absolutely. So there are and Anna went bishop d2. Yeah, this is absolutely, I would say, the main move. Bishop d2. Her opponent can go back. Her opponent can play a5. Her opponent can also take on d2. I would say taking on d2, I believe, is the most common move. But otherwise, to go back is absolutely possible, to go back and then just to say, I think your bishop is worse on d2 than it is on c3. But no, it wouldn't be right. I would just say take on d2, maybe a5 is a possibility also, that you're defending the bishop. So you can also go a5 to defend the bishop. And the idea, white takes, you don't really want to take. You take back with a pawn, and all of a sudden this passive rook will become an active rook. So this is absolutely also a possibility to play. I would say take on d2 or to go a5. These are the, I would say, are the main move for black to play here. And so Anna made her 5th move. She has been spending like 9 minutes, and they also get half a minute per move when they are playing. But and Anna really know that she needs to speed up in this tournament. She really needs to play quicker, because it's not, if you get into the time trouble, you will have this time trouble all the way. And in the tournament where there's only half minute extra per move. And he played c5. I would say c5 is not such a common move here. I would say it's not such a common move with b6 play, but it's absolutely fine. So he wants to defend it like this. Anna can take on b4. I think actually this is what Anna will do. She can take on b4. She can also go something like bishop g2 if she wants to. But one of these moves I would say would be absolutely one of those she will play. I would say either take on b4 or go bishop d2. This is very natural. Either you keep on developing or you take on b4. So it means that black is ready to take back with the c pawn. Black has to take back with the c pawn and will then get double pawns. So you have a pawn which now is challenging the center. If Anna takes on b4, this pressure against d4 will be gone. But instead, black will make it more difficult to develop the knight on b1. So we can see Anna is fully focused. Her opponent is also sitting there sitting there and very, very concentrated. And yeah, so here it was very, very difficult to make in preparation because the round came out very, very late. Normally, the players, when the round finished, normally half hour after the round is finished, you will see the preparation, you will see the pairing for the next round. But here it just came out like maybe 40-45 minutes before the first round. So yeah, so it's very, very difficult to have time for preparation. So then it's quite normal that you try to play what you think you know best, what you think you try to steer the game into positions that you like. You can go the knight to c3 if you want to, but I wouldn't say that that is actually a move that would, if we would bring the knight here, that would be a move that would actually help black, because black with bishop b7 would start putting pressure here on d4. So I wouldn't say knight c3 is the most common move. It's possible to play, absolutely, but either bishop g4 or to grab the bishop on b2, b4. Yeah, her opponent has a very good and very high ELO rating. I think he is rated number 25 in the tournament, I think so. So he is one. And there you can see how strong this tournament is. He is 24-84 and he's 25 in the tournament. So it's a very, very strong tournament. And Anna, she is 191 in this Open on MENORCA. And we can see, yeah, I told you before, there are players, I think, from 1600 up to 2759, I believe, was the highest rated, no, 2756, Arjun from India, who is the number one. So it's a very, very big difference of ratings, and this is what is very beautiful in open tournaments. Some of them are open for all players on different levels. They also have a B group for players under 2000s, so players with that rating can actually choose if they want to play in the first tournament in the group number 1A, or if they want to play in the B tournament. Yeah, A3 is a little bit of a slow move. I wouldn't say that would be so good to play because it's a lot about that black is planning bishop b7, and then there's more pressure against d4. So I wouldn't say that a3 would be such a good move to play here either, but you can play that absolutely. But after a3 there would be some exchanges, the bishop coming up, and there's some pressure taking on d4. So here we can see Anna fully focused. Her opponent looks a little bit away. We can see they have what I think is very beautiful. They have lots of space. They have their own board with lots of space for the score sheets, maybe to have something to drink during the game, because the games, they will last 3, 4, maybe 5 hours. The classical games can be very long. And but I like when I see this, they have lots of space. That's quite nice. They play on these very beautiful digital boards. This beautiful. Anna took on b4. I would say that this is probably the most common move. She took there. Her opponent will surely, yes, take back. So now her opponent has a double pawn. And what this pawn is doing is that you can see that this knight would love to go to c3. But it's not possible because of this pawn. So this is a little bit the plan with the pawn on b4. You are ready with black. You have taken a double pawn, but the knight cannot come to the most logical square c3. And this is the plan. So later on, white can try to exchange this pawn with a move like a3. Absolutely, it could be possible. So just to get to develop the knight and to get away with this pawn, which is actually a bit annoying where it stands. So let's see, I would say now bishop g2 and castling are the most normal. Yes, to develop pieces on the king side, to put the king into safety, and then to decide what the plans are. Anna is just taking a bit of time. She has used 15 minutes, and she's thinking here. And but I would just say bishop g2 and castling. And that Anna is thinking is because it's not so often you see this, that players play this with this pawn structure, the double pawns. Now bishop g2 came. This was absolutely a normal move. Develop the bishop. This is the rules we have. Quickly out with the knight and bishop on the king side. Put the king into safety. And then we are coming into the middle game, the early middle game, to make the plans then. And when you play on the digital boards, they normally don't have the numbers or the letters on them. Some players prefer to have it, but we are getting used to it. So we know the numbers there anyway. But yeah, at home you can choose. You can have. We have at home both. We have wooden boards with the number and letters. We have also wooden boards without them. And her opponent, yeah, he came back here. He played bishop b7. That's absolutely the most normal. Now there would not have been, because this bishop was looking down here. He wanted to neutralize the bishop. So black's bishop is looking here. So Anna can't really move away her knight because she can, but she doesn't want to do it now. Maybe she wants to do it later to exchange the bishops. So. And actually, one of the first tournament Anna played, I think she was 7 years old. She was playing in Gibraltar, this beautiful chess festival where different tournaments. It was held on Calais Hotel in Gibraltar. And Anna, yeah, she was 7. And she played the first game she played. She played on a very beautiful wooden board. It was not digital board, but it was a wooden board. And there were no letters, no numbers. And she was so young, and she had to write the score sheet. And that was just too difficult for her, not having help from the board when she was so young. So the next day she got a plastic board and she got the numbers and letters. And there was actually where she was taught to play, to write down the score sheet. And here we see castling was played quickly, very good. These moves has to be done quickly. Her opponent also castle. And here now we have this position. It's like a Queen's Indian, but it's a little bit unusual because of this double pawn, this one which is restricting Anna's knight. And here you can play differently, but I would say that a3 is a very normal way of playing. You can start, maybe go queen b3. You could go with a knight to d2, but it could also be that that you I would dare say that the plan with a3 is absolutely one of the most common plan to play. At least to put the pawn on a3, a little bit asking, what are you going to do? But it could also be that you first want to attack the pawn, and black will have to defend it either like this or with a5, and then you just ask, what do you want to do if you want to exchange? Because now if you're exchanging, we will see there would be a hole here on b5. So let's see. But this is the position. We have it here. Now Anna is thinking her opponent is playing quite quickly. I'm not surprised. I would say that young players normally lots of young players play quite quickly. And it's just very, very practical. And of course, when you know the moves, just play them. Then so you have time to think, because there will always be lots of critical moments when we have to choose, or when we need the time, when we shouldn't play too quickly, because if you choose the wrong path it could be that everything starts going wrong. So let's see here now. I think Anna will take a bit of time here and before she plays. And I would say that a3 is a very, very common way of challenging this pawn. You can also try to attack it with queen b3. I wouldn't say queen d2 would be so good, because later on knight a4 could come with tempo. So if you want to attack the pawn with the queen, I guess queen b3 should be the move. You can go a3. What more could we think of? Yeah, maybe something like knight d2 also. Absolutely. So these are, I would say, absolutely the main way of playing in this position. And we can see that now when the black here the black's bishops are exchanged, so it's quite good for black to have a pawn on the black square, and it's nice for white to have this pawn on d4. But this one, the bishop, which was standing here, with his pawns, is now all very, very active. So both of them are active. This bishop will be active if you're just moving the knight away. So it's just, I would say this is just a very it's maybe it's a little more pleasant if white finds a good plan here for white, but it's absolutely fine. I have played this setup with both white and black. I don't know if it was exactly the same moves. Actually, I think Vasily Ivanchik played this against me when I played against him in Gibraltar, like could it be 5-6 years back? I don't know exactly, 3, 4, 5, 6 years back. And yeah, but I also played this maybe once with black myself. So now Anna takes her time here, but I think she's on her way to move. She played knight b2, she played knight bd2. This is absolutely okay, but I would have been preferring to challenge this pawn. I guess after knight bd2, what will her opponent play here now? I would say it's very common to go d6. And actually, a plan for black to go d6, later to go e5, and you want to because you are dreaming. Sometimes you can take on e5, but you're planning, because if you get away this d4 pawn, this could be a beautiful square for a knight on c5. So this is what you want. So a very common plan for black is to go d6, and then maybe after to go queen e7, and then you go e5. So this is absolutely a very common way of playing, to play against the center. And here it came very, very quickly. So the slow plan for black is to prepare e5 and to go with e5. And after a move like e5, white can play in different ways. White can just keep the center with e3. You can also, sometimes you can maybe go d5, but if you go d5, this is such a beautiful square for black's knight, so it's not, normally you don't want it sometimes. So here it came d6. This is just very, very common plan for black to play. I would say that this is a very positional opening. It's not so tactic at all, but we know that in all kinds of positions, in openings, middle games, and in games, there are tactics that we need to calculate. Sometimes we need exact calculation. I would say, especially in endgames, in pawn endgames, it could be very, very important. So d6 came. Let's see what will Anna play here now. And I would say that this is a way for black to play and set up where it's not so important to know the exact moves, just more to know the plans. The plans is try to get e5, and it's a very positional way of playing, I would say. And if you go back some years, I would be surprised. But now, of course, Chinese players play all kinds of openings. They are very, of course, because it has become such a strong nation in chess. But actually, the first Olympia, I think China took part in, I believe it was 78, could it be? Or was it earlier? But it was one of the first Olympiads. And 78 they played. So they have not been... they don't have these old chess traditions like lots of countries in Europe. So, and what could Anna think of? Yeah, maybe this. She could be planning going e4. But let's say we go something like this. I will just show you. We come e4 here. Can we go e5 now? I'm wondering, and the idea is that we want to the idea is exactly that what black wants to have is this, and now a knight coming to c5. This would already be, maybe this will be more pleasant for, I don't know, here if we come like, I don't know, now e4 pawn is for hanging. So this could be absolutely, but in a position like this, you can keep here and we can start to keep the tension. But let's go back. This is not the position, but it's one way of playing. This is the position. Her opponent played just d6, and we see that her opponent has played the moves very quickly. But one plan could be rook e1 to go e4. So you even put it on a white square. Another plan, what could it be to be? It could actually also be something, could it be something slow like this? I'm just wondering here, can we just maneuver this around to put like this? Go maybe e5. I'm just wondering, can we go something like this? But maybe this is just, and you go a5. And this is again absolutely fine for black to play. So it's maybe about equal here. So, but this is the position. It's like here, I put it up like this. This is her opponent play. And I play queen b3, a5 came now directly. And yeah, now a5 came directly. And yeah, a5 came here. So now I would say a3 is just the normal way of playing this. What could it otherwise be here? I would just like, but after a move like a3, I think her opponent absolutely will go knight a6, and we have a position like this. And I prefer this pawn just to go to e3, but this is the position. a5 was played very, very quickly. a5 was played, this is the position, so I queen b3, and I want to play quickly. She was attacking the pawn, and black defended this way with the pawn. And it's because like that, this knight can be coming to d7, but I would say maybe it comes to a6. And the knight is dreaming of getting to the square. Knight a6 and dreaming of getting knight to c5. We cannot do it now with his pawn on d4, but black's plan is to try to get away with his pawn. And this is why let's say we go something like rook e1, knight a6. I'm not sure I like e4 so much because you have this plan with e5 getting this knight to c5. So let's see here now what and we can see that her opponent has been making the moves so fast, really so fast. And that is actually a way of putting pressure on your opponent. You are playing quickly, you're showing, I know this. But I would just say that if you play this with black now and then, you keep on playing, then you know where you want to put the pieces. And it's not a tactical opening, it's a slow positional opening where you're playing for squares. You have taking a double pawn, but you are dreaming of getting some black squares here in the center, and this is why black was ready to, that's why black was ready to change the black squared bishop. Because after changing the black square bishop, we can see this pawn is on black, this is on black, this is on black, and this pawn is dreaming to come on the black square. And all these pawns on black are working very well with the bishop on b7. So this is a little bit black's plan. White's plan, yeah, is, I would say a3 is a very common move to play here. I like this a3. I'm a little bit, after a move like this, I think the knight should come to a6, and I'm just wondering if I would have preferred to play this before the knight to d2, because then there was a little bit more flexibility for white, maybe to bring the knight to a3, c2. But that is another plan to play. This is absolutely fine to play like this, that Anna has played, and is absolutely fine here. She can also go queen to d3, and yes, planning maybe to go e5, e4 here. She wants to go e4 and maybe later e5, and black needs to stop that. If Anna could play some several move, she wants to go e4, e5, and she will take on d6, and she will have this pawn in the center. I think that would be a plan she would like to play. So yeah, here we can see Anna is playing over the board again. It's her third tournament this year over the board. She played in Stockholm Rilton Cup, the traditional Rilton Cup, which is held in Stockholm, and she played there during Christmas, finished 5th of January, and then she played the beautiful tournament Reykjavik in Reykjavik Open, which has been going on for 60 years. It's such a long tournament, such a long traditional tournament. And now Anna is playing in Spain, on Menorca, it's a small island than Mallorca, much smaller, less known, but it's just very, very beautiful. Also, it's less touristic, and it's one of the Balearian Islands. The other one are Ibiza, where we, the whole family, had played. There are also Formentera and Cabrera, two islands I don't know. So, but they're all very, very beautiful. And I would say I am sitting in Stockholm commenting on Anna's game. I'm Pia Cramling. I am Anna's mother. So I'm sitting in Stockholm commenting on her game. But in Spain, there is so much warmer, nicer, beautiful with sun. And actually, another reason maybe why it's good the games start late. For those who go there for vacation, you have time also to enjoy the sun, enjoy the day before the game start in the evening. And here Anna is thinking what she's down to 27 minutes, but she has made 10 moves, so it's absolutely fine. The time she has been using is absolutely fine, but we can see her opponent has been speeding out, playing so quickly, used only 1 minute plus the half minute he's getting per move. So he's used like 6-7 minutes only. So he has been playing quickly, and of course time is also an important part of the game. And in old times, before we had chess clocks, you know, games could go on for days. It could go on for a very, very long time. Then later on we got the chess clocks. And when I was a kid, for a very long time until the night, I don't know when it stopped actually. Maybe it was beginning of 90s, maybe it was already in the 80s. No, I think we even had it in the 90s. We have it Germans, but it took it away. And that meant that you played for some hours, sometimes for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. And then you had a game adjourned. I would say there were 5, 6 hours. You adjourned it. You had to put a move. Instead of making it on the board, you put it in the envelope. And then some few hours later, or maybe could be the same evening, it could be also the morning after, the game continued. But that is a long, long time taken away. And that is, of course, very good. So now normal and classical chess, we can see games going on for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. That's normal. It can be even longer, but that's very, very unusual. And she played a3. That is what I think is a very good move. She played a3 because she is a little bit challenging the pawn there. And knight a6 was blitzed out. Her opponent wants to be able to take back with the knight. Her opponent is not going to open up the b file because instead keeping the pressure, keeping the tension, I would say. And that is something to remember, that lots of time when you have pawns, you have pieces, you can exchange. Maybe it's good to think, is better to make the exchange, or is it better just to keep the tension? And lots of time the best is actually to keep the tension and let your opponent exchange instead, because it could mean that you get a piece to more active square, that you win some time. And so keeping the tension is quite happened quite often. But of course, it depends on, sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not, of course. Yeah, Anna's opponent is playing very, very quickly. And he's also very, very much focused. He is just sitting there at the board. And Anna is facing a very young player from China, one of 12 players in this A group, I believe, who are playing in this beautiful open tournament on MENORCA. And he is, I don't think he has any title. He's like, yeah, and he's born 2008, so he's a very young player. And yeah, there are lots of very young upcoming players now. We could also see that when Anna played in Reykjavik Open, she played against some very, very young player there. And actually one of those, one player from India, I don't remember his name, but he was also born, he was like the same age. I think he was born 2008 also. He was only 1900 and he managed to make an IM norm, and that was just incredible. But I believe to get the title for International Master, I believe you will need to have the rating 2,401, and you need to make 3 norms. 3 norms are normal about 27 games. You need to have about 24 games. Yeah, you could put the rook to d1. This could absolutely be a possibility. Put the rooks here. It could also be that you want to plan e4 anyway, but you could a little bit be putting a rook to e1. The question is, which rook do we want to put on e1? And that is absolutely not easy at all. Should it be the a rook or should it be the d rook? But also it could be like, if Anna takes on b4, I would assume her opponent will take with a knight, and then this knight would have been better on c3. So I assume if Anna takes, that her opponent takes back with a knight, yes, to bring the knight to more active square. And so I don't think Anna will do that now. No, I don't think so. I think she will. I think she's going for playing e4. It's nothing wrong maybe with e4, but I'm a little bit concerned about this square on c5. Could she also, I'm wondering, can we play something like this here, but then e5 comes, and here, can we go like this? And if you take here, we will take on b4. And now all of a sudden white is very happy here, maybe to take on b4 or knight f3, so we will win probably these both pawns, and this would be a dream for white to play. So a move like knight e1 is not bad at all, I would say here. And after e5 knight c2, then you will need to take on a3. You will force this. Let's see what Anna played here. Let's see. Oh, she played. And what did she do? What did she play? She played rook e1. Queen e7 came. He's blitzing out the moves. And rook e1, Anna is planning e4. But I'm wondering, if Anna goes e4, her opponent will absolutely go e5. What will happen here now? There will be this square on c5. So maybe she goes something like here. And because we don't want to go this move here, because maybe now we have knight c5, and we have this beautiful, beautiful square for black. Maybe it's about equal, but it's a beautiful square for black to play. So this is the position. Anna played rook e1, queen e7 was blitzed out. So black is actually earning time here, playing so quickly. He knows exactly where he wants to put his pieces, and he shows that by playing the moves immediately. So he's putting pressure on Anna. But Anna doesn't have to be so much concerned about that. She's playing against a player who has so much more rating than Anna. It's almost, it's like 405 points. So she's the underdog. It's just to try to play her best, just to do her best, and to enjoy chess. And of course, it's very, very tough. But because she plays against a high-rated player who is also blitzing out the moves. But this is actually what is recommended to do. When you know the moves, play the moves, because you are winning time. You are showing your opponent that you know the position, and you are showing that you have very much confidence with yourself. So this is absolutely a very, very good way, a very practical way of playing chess. And Anna is playing on MENORCA. It's the third time the tournament is held there. I had never played this tournament. I played on Menorca, but it's the last time I was there is 25 years ago. I played the Spanish team championship there once or twice, I'm not sure. And so I also played there, and it was just a very beautiful experience to be on Menorca. And this is the third time this tournament is held. It's so very, very strong. The open tournament with players from almost 50 countries we have. And they're also from Sweden. There are only 3 players, I believe. And but there are lots of different nations, and this is so beautiful with these open tournaments that you get players from lots of different countries coming and playing. And in Spain, I would say it's a very nice country for chess because they have a lot of open tournaments. Actually, not all the time, but almost all the time. And so this is the third tournament, and it's a tournament with classical games. They play 9 games in 6 days. That's quite quick. So I would say they're going to have 3 double rounds. That's very, very tough. And they're playing with a quicker time with 90 minutes for the whole game, and they will get half minute extra per move. And I would say that this is the time control I'm not so happy myself to play with. I really like to have this half hour extra so I can have a deeper thought. I have time to get something to drink, a little bit to just slow down there. But they, with the double rounds, they feel that they don't have time to have this extra half hour. They want the games to be shorter. So Anna is today playing her first round. Tomorrow there will be round number 2 and 3 at 10 o'clock CET time and 5 o'clock CET time. And on Thursday there will be round 4 and 5. So it's just a very, very heavy schedule. Lots of chess in not so many days. And they will finish the tournament on Sunday morning. And now Anna is thinking here, I would say so. Yeah, it could be good to have a little bit of holiday after such a quick schedule. But I would say that for young players, this is very good because when you're young, you have lots of energy. You have and you want to play chess all the time, so you have energy to play lots of games. And with time, with age, like me, I prefer to play only 1 game of day. I think that is absolutely fine. That is enough. Let's see if what Anna will do. She go e4. Yeah, and this is very logical. If it was Anna to move, she would go e5. So her opponent will absolutely go e5 here. Anything else would surprise me. Her opponent will absolutely go e5. And then we can say after e5, yeah, maybe rook d1 could be a move. After e5, could it be a move like this? I'm just wondering, can we take here now? But maybe then we take here. So now the question, if you take like this, how is this position? Now we can see that the pawn on b6 is getting weak. There are square on c5, but there are also square on b5 and f5. It could be, and we have this pawn, which is a backward pawn. And so this would absolutely be fine. This would be good for white to play. So it could, yeah. So this position, anything else than e5 would surprise me. Her opponent is thinking a little bit now, but I think e5 is absolutely the common move. Rook a8 could absolutely be played, because if you make e5 here now, this now you cannot take here because we have rook take d4, the pawn is hanging. So, and if we take like this, we don't really want to take like this because there's some tactics come. I wonder knight e7 and knight c5 is also possible. So no, not normally not to play e5 here. Rook a8 could be a possibility, but e5 is possible, and after this, actually, yes, to take with the rook could be a possibility because you want this pawn to keep control of c5 here. So let's see here. But this is position. Anna played e4, and now finally her opponent is thinking, and I'm happy to see this. Maybe his prep, is finished here. But I would say that if you decide to go for this opening, these are quite natural moves that black has played, and more or less almost whatever white would have played, I guess these moves would have come out more or less about the same. Sometimes this knight could be placed on c6, but on a6 it also, if Anna would move her pawn to d5, it would have this beautiful square on c5. So that's why, and with the knight on a6 also we can say the bishop on e4 is looking towards the center. But Anna defends her e4 pawn well with the knight on d2, the rook on e1. And so black is attacking with 2, but Anna has everything under control. She's keeping it here. With the knight on d2, the rook is also defending e4. And I would say that, maybe rook a1 is a very normal move to play. Maybe e5 could also be later on something you want to play. But normally you want to take back with a piece there. So and now her opponent is thinking, and her opponent has been so full of focus all the time. Anna has been playing, and maybe it's because so he has to make a decision. Is he going to play e5 or is he going to play one of the rooks? I think these are the moves. Absolutely, he will not take here, because if you take here, we could take back like this, and we see this b6 pawn is all of a sudden very weak. No, you don't want to take here, and this knight is fine. I don't know, could knight e7 be a plan with e5 and get the knight to c5? Maybe it could be possible, but e5 is absolutely the main move. For me, I would say that e5 is the move I would expect black to play in a position like this. But he's thinking, because if you when we move the pawns cannot go backwards. So moving the pawns are always very, very important. They are always moves we have to be sure that this is what we want to do. And so I think this is why he takes his time before he plays here. And it also, you can see Anna has played 13 moves. He's on his way to make his 13th move. So, and he has played so quickly. So he wants maybe also to feel the position deeper. And so that's why he feels that he should be a little careful with what he's playing next. But for me, e5 is the most, I would say e5 is absolutely the most logical move for me to play here. One thing which is actually not, it's fine for Anna that she has this rook on the same line as the queen. There's no problem for black like that, but it could be good in some moments if, let's see, the e pawn comes up, so we can see there could be a pin on the e line. So but when you play well, because this is actually a classical tournament, so there are lots of time, and it's good to take the time when you feel you're not sure how you want to continue. It's absolutely good to take your time, and I would say that strong players are very good with that. They know when they need to think or when they should just keep on playing. And here we can see that black is he's taking his time. I would love to play also Menorca, but it's not possible. I'm in Stockholm commenting on Anna's game instead, and which is also very, very nice, very, very exciting, of course. And so that's why I'm not playing there. I don't see if Anna has some water on her side. I just hope so. I just believe that it's so good to drink when you play. Water, tea, coffee, whatever you want, whatever you like to, that gives you energy. Maybe not so important in the beginning, but later on you will absolutely need it. So I have water also. I will take some water. I have both water and tea here. So so let's see. And yeah, I'm not sure how many games are broadcasted. In some tournaments they can have more, in some there are less, but it could be there are about 24, 25 games which are live, and that's so beautiful that you can follow the games live from home. That is something which didn't exist some time back. And but they're not the live boards for the whole tournament. And that, of course, when there are these big opens, that would be so beautiful if we could see all the games live in the tournament. But it's not there, not yet. So has he played? Yeah, he played. And what did he play? Oh, he played. Sorry, we will put it up here now. He played knight fd7. He played knight fd7. And that was actually a little bit surprising for me. And his idea is to go e5. And then he wants to bring the other knight to c5. So what could Anna do here? But Anna could absolutely go, she could absolutely play this move here. But I'm just wondering here, you take on g2, you take back, and you take here knight take e5, rook take e5, and there could be some rook fd8. We have threats here, and we go knight f3, and there could be some queen b7 where we are having a pin here and planning to take the rook on d4, but you have to move it back. But we're keeping the pawn here. So this is actually, what would I play? Yeah, I would maybe play e5 here. I don't know, I like this e5 move, but maybe this is not the best. Maybe if you go something like knight f5, you have e5, maybe can we go here knight e3, and if you take here, we have maybe knight f5. I'm just wondering what is happening here. Maybe we have knight f5 here also. It could absolutely be possible. And to play something like this, we have knight c5, and we are moving away. So we have a position where blacks have some squares and white has some squares for the knight. Now I'm just wondering, after g6, we're not losing a piece because we have I don't king g7. We can absolutely defend both this knight and that knight, and this would absolutely be fine to play. So this is just very, very far away. So I would say here now, knight fd7. This is, I'll briefly say that I didn't really expect that, but the plan for black is to go e5, and if Anna goes something like d5, black wants to bring this knight to c5. So black is planning e5, and then after this knight to c5 when this pawn is gone. And in general, what white wants to do is, let's see, white goes this knight f1, and if e5 come, we can actually go even knight e3. I'm just looking here after this. Now we have knight e5, so I wouldn't really, it is getting a little bit crazy here, but we could just go something like rook a1, and if you take, we can take back here, and then after we have knight e3 coming, and now the rook is so fantastically placed here. So knight f1 is a very beautiful move, but it's difficult, and you play, we know black wants to go, knight fd7 was the last move, black wants to go e5, but if black goes e5 with a knight f1, knight e3, the knight will be looking at d5, but also will looking at f5, so it will have beautiful squares. So this is absolutely very nice of playing here for Anna. But e5 is absolutely possible, but maybe it's a little bit too quick. I said I would have done it, and it's absolutely possible I would have done it, but it could be that a move like this here, and then maybe queen d3, maybe rook a d1 could be absolutely fine to play here now. So just something like rook d1, just to keep the tension here. And now what is, if black takes, we only takes back with the knight. And even if you come here, we are going back with the queen. We defend this, and we are going to have knight to f5. We are coming up with the next knight. But let's go back to the position. Let's go back. Has Anna played? Her opponent played knight fd7. Anna is thinking. She's down to 51 minutes. She is down to 51 minutes, but this is absolutely fine with the time now. And we know her opponent is going to play e5 in some moment. Her opponent is planning to get a knight to c5. And Anna has to make the price as high as possible, so not just to keep the tension a long time. So I would say either to play this knight f1, knight f3, which is not so easy, because after knight f5, this pawn needs to be defended, and then you can go knight e3. Let's see, we make something like this. Maybe now we can make something like this, and we have this plan knight e3. So let's go back to the game here. This is the position. Knight fd7 was played, and yes, so what can Anna think of? e5 is absolutely one move, because we know that black is having plan on e5 but didn't want to do it directly. One move is also to play knight f1, and yes, the idea is a little bit thinking that you want to go e5, then my knight will be beautiful placed on e3. So that is also possible. Another move is just to go rook a1. We put the rook here in the center. We have the two rooks here looking, and if you go knight e5 here now, maybe we will, I don't know if we will take like this, what will happen here, and maybe we can actually move the knight to d5 this way instead. If you're taking here, we will take here knight c5, and we will bring away the knight, the queen somewhere here. This is absolutely also fine, and we have the knight to c3 later on. So let's go see. Anna is thinking. This is the position. Knight fd7 was played. So I would say that, yeah, rook to d1 is absolutely a good move. We can see that this rook is active. The queen is fine. Force black to put the knight on a6, defend the pawn on b4 with pawn on a5. And these rooks are connected. So it's absolutely fine to put the rook active. Another idea could be that you want to put this knight on a more active square. The knight is going to f1, later on to e3, but e4 pawn needs to be defended first. This is another plan, and it could also be that you want to take already now on b4, but maybe it's better just to keep the tension. So I would say rook to d1. You could go e5. I am not sure I want to go rook the queen to d3 already now, but the idea is to have this maneuver knight f3, knight e3. But either one, maybe rook to d1, 2, maybe knight to f1, 3, maybe to take away the tension with the pawn taking on b4. Yeah, when we play chess, it's very good if you try to learn from our games. Yeah, and maybe we learn more from our losing games. It could be, but it's just so important. Just try not to make the same mistake more than once. But of course, chess is so difficult, so it's very easy to go wrong. And so they have played now 13 moves. Anna is down to 47 minutes. Her opponent has used like 8 minutes plus 6 plus 7, like 15 minutes is what he has used, because for each time, each move they make, they will get this half minute extra, which is just a revolution for chess, something I'm very happy for. It helps the players not to lose some time when you get this half minute extra per move. And it was actually, yeah, I said a lot of time, it was an idea of Bobby Fischer a long time before we had the digital clocks. We started playing with the digital clocks in the 90s, like 30 years back, and they have been trying different time controls. And playing classical tournament, 90 minutes is very common to play. Normally, most common is to have half an hour extra after 40 moves, but here with lots of double rounds, they have all in one go. And I remember that we played it in some official tournaments in some Olympiad. Could have been 2008 maybe, I'm not sure, when we played with it, and for me that was very stressful. That was very, very stressful to play all the games in 90. I also play some opens with that, but it's quite stressful to play like that, because I was brought up when we had a longer time control, and I'm some slow player like Anna. Anna also likes to use her time. It could be quite stressful with shorter time. Then we have rapid games, and rapid games could be 15, 25 minutes. They could also be 45 minutes long with some extra time, and they can even be 10 minutes. I think that's the shortest rapid game. And then there are blitz like, the most common is 3+2. 3 minutes plus 2 is the official blitz blitz format, but you can play blitz with other time control too. When I was in my youth, we play with 5+0. Let's see. Anna is thinking, has she made her move? No, she hasn't made her move, but she played e5. Yeah, and that was it's absolutely fine to play this move. And because she played against her opponent, she knows her opponent wants to go e5, her opponent wants to go e5. I was wondering, could d5 be a move here? I was wondering if d5 could be a move, but I don't think so. Even if Anna get the backward pawn here, this knight would absolutely always, maybe we come here, I'm just wondering, knight c4, I'm just wondering. We have these backward pawns, but we have a knight coming to d6, so, and we are keeping control of c5. No, I don't think d5, that would be a surprise to me. I think the most normal to expect it is that black will take on e5. This is what I think is the most expected, and that we will see. But I think her opponent will take a little bit of time, because pushing the pawn to e5 changed the pawn structure, stopped the plan black had to play his own pawn to e5. So Anna is a little bit she's playing against her opponent's plan. Her opponent wants to go e5. Now I have the chance, I want to stop this plan, and it's just one of different plans Anna could choose. And if her opponent takes here, she should take back. This is very important, that this pawn stays here, keep control of c5 square. So keep more than anything this knight away from c5. So, and if this happens, let's see, will her opponent play already now? He has been playing quite quickly, but I would expect him to think a little bit here now, because Anna's move changed the structure. The pawn moves normally do that. It changed the structure, and the pawns are the soul in the position. So it's so important how we put our pawns. We have to see that they are healthy. They are stronger when they stay together. They're normally weaker when they are double. But in this game, black took a double pawn. We see these two pawns, and the idea was to with the pawn on b4, it made it more difficult for white to develop the knight to this very beautiful common square to have it on c3. White knight had to go to d2, where it is less active. It looks at the center, but here to e4, but on c3 it would have been even more looking at the center, closer to the center. So black is thinking, and I am just happy when black is taking a bit of time. It a little bit calms down the game, and I also like black to just to spend some time, not to be so much ahead of the clock, even though it's like 35 minutes more for black already here, because this young player Tong Chai, I don't know him. I don't know this player. He had playing very, very quickly. He's born 2008, and he has a very high rate in 2,484. And I think he doesn't have any title. I think so. So it can be that he hasn't played so many tournaments, so many international tournaments outside China. No, after 40 moves, they will not get any more time. So the 46 minutes Anna has on her clock is the only time she get, but she gets this 46 minutes, and she will get half a minute per move. but not this extra half hour we saw in Reykjavik. We saw it also in Stockholm. So this is a shorter time limit, which is more stressful, I would say. Some players like it more, but for playing double rounds, the games will be shorter. But also with time, there are normally a little bit more mistakes when you have less time. Yes, so they get 30 seconds per move, and this 30 seconds per move is so important. That is not the whole game in 1.5 hours. And we can see them both focus. Yeah, there's water on the side. I think that's very important. And I always, when we were living in Spain, so I played lots of tournaments in Spain, and normally the playing hall was seldom very warm in Spain. It was normally lots of air condition, which I love because I want it cold when I play. I just feel that the players are heating up the playing hall, so I actually like that a lot for me. But how it is there, I don't know. I'm sitting in Stockholm, and the players, they are playing in the third Open of Menorca. And Menorca, of course, it's a Menor, you can hear it, is a smaller island than Mallorca. And here opponent will play, I think he will take on e5. Anything else would surprise me. I think he will take on e5, but now it takes a little bit of time there. He takes a little bit of time, but no, he goes rook f c8. He goes rook f c8. And that was absolutely a shocking move to me. What is the plan here to go here? What is happening here? Can we go something like queen c7 here? And what is going to happen here? I have no idea what is this. So he let her take. I would absolutely, he go rook f c8. So what is his plan? His plan is probably maybe to go d5. Rook f c8. Yeah. I'm a little bit, I'm surprised, but he decided to keep the tension, and normally stronger players is, and if you take here, yeah, knight e4, if you're coming here, I'm wondering if you can go something to, because this queen is standing on the same diagonal, it could be something like knight h4, we have some tricks coming, rook c7, I don't know how this will be, but knight h4, no, I don't like, maybe something like rook a8, yes, to keep the position here, or rook a c1. So his plan here now is actually to put pressure on c4 pawn. This is the plan. He has. So what could Anna go? She could actually go queen d3. This is absolutely a fine move to play. Queen d3 she wants to. This is absolutely also possible. And maybe now to go, I'm wondering, queen d3, if you play knight c5, yeah, we will. This is absolutely a mistake, because if you're coming back here, we have this knight g5, what I wanted to play with a double threat, looking at h2, and looking at b7. This is analyzed, this is very far away. But he played rook f8. He put this rook on c8. Sorry, we have some, I don't know why we have this. Oh, sorry. So, like this. Now, it got away. I'm sorry, we had some sound on which shouldn't be here. So, let's see now. Rook f8 was a little bit of unusual, but I would say that absolutely, yeah, I was shocked. I said if he didn't take on e5, he wants to keep the position, he wants to keep the pieces on the board, because now taking here and going this would be a mistake, because we can see that there are, yeah, here we can just see you take here, and after rook take here, rook take e5, we have queen take here, and there are lots of, you know, here, lots of pieces. Yeah, you have lost the pawn. Yeah, this would just be terrible. So you cannot play the same idea, but taking on d6 and coming here looks very normal. And now I would say queen d3 is a common move, because now you have this plan of going knight to g5. Knight, if you go knight f6, now you're defending. But now we have this square knight here, and we have a position like this. And now this rook is a little bit not so well placed here. It would be better on d8. And if you come here, maybe we can put this knight to f3 with the 10 defend on d4, and we're having a little bit better position. So I would say that I would like to take on d6 really in this position. I would absolutely like to take on d6. Here it is, come back here now, because I like this here, and maybe go queen d3. This is what I like. I'm just wondering, but black can absolutely go here. But then we have this little bit, this pin here, and I don't think black wants to have the queen on e7, but you can go back. And the idea with this move is that after knight g5, you have having some threats here. With knight f6, because there was a double threat, I just want to show there's a double threat here and here. Black can defend it, defending h7 and defending the bishop. It looks like Anna is going to move. We have to come back. It looks like she's going to move, but she hasn't done that yet. But I would just say taking on d6, but she can also wait. It could be that she wants to go, I don't know, can queen d3 immediately be a move here now? But then maybe the queen, this would absolutely, I wonder here, if you give a check here, I would just say that I like to go with the queen be here, a little bit challenging. Queen e4, even queen f3, I would say is okay, but maybe queen e4 is the more logical, yes, to keep control. And we see that this defense e4, but let's go back. This is the position. Rook f8 came, that surprised me. But black wants to keep pressure on c4, wants to keep this this rook, which is passive on the a-line, want to keep it open. It could be that if the a-line opens up, black can use it for the rook. So rook f8 came. Could it be that black has some plan of going knight f8? I wouldn't believe so. But because the knight is very passive on f8, it would be better on f6. And so rook f8, but black is, it was a way of keeping the tension, but I was absolutely not expecting black to play like that. So Anna is playing one very young player. Yeah, he's born 2008, and yeah, Anna also lost when she played the last tournament over the board. She played against several very young players, younger than herself, and yeah, because it's and they're all the time more young players becoming so strong, and we also see all the time lots of young players becoming grandmasters. And like I said, China is a very strong nation these days. They have the women world champion, Yu Jun. They have also Ding Liren, who became world champion last year when he won against Nepomniachtchi in the world champion match after that Magnus Carlsen decided not to defend his title. So yes, now we have two world champions from China. And I would say actually that Chi-Yun won the Women World Championship. I think it was 91 when she played a match against Maya Chiminanichi, and that was very important for Chinese chess. I believe that after that, there was such a success that they started to invest lots of trainers, players, and they made lots of steps, becoming so much stronger. Not only they were very strong among women for a long time, now they still are that, of course, but they also became very strong in the open class, and they have won also the Olympiads, yes. So let's see, here we have a Chinese player Anna is facing in the first round of MENORCA Open. It's the third tournament. There are close to 400 players in two groups. They have an A group with 284 players, a B group, I think it's around 91 players. In Anna's group, there are almost, I think it was 48 nations. And here it comes. Let's see what Anna will play. What she will play now. Let's see. It's very very important. Of course, she played Queen E3. That was, yeah. It's possible to play, but that was a little bit of a surprise to me. But she wants to defend e5 more, and she wants to defend e5 more, and maybe yes, to defend the pawn on e5. With queen d3 I liked it, and the queen is maybe here it's not possible to attack the queen. On d3 the queen could be a little bit more under attack. She would play queen e3, which absolutely is fine. She preferred to keep the tension. And now I would say that Anna's plan is to take on d6 and go knight e5. This is what I think Anna is planning. She wants to do that. But she kept just the tension. She decided to keep the tension on the board. And that is absolutely also fine. Queen e3. And Anna has used, she's down to 38 minutes, and this is the whole time she will have. She get this half minute extra, so it's so much more quicker, these games, when you don't get extra half hour after 40 moves. And of course time is important. I would have taken on d6, yes. After that, I'm not sure. I would have taken on d6 because I think the queen is not so well placed on d6, but black is maybe after wanting to bring the queen to the queen side. I'm not sure, but I would probably have taken on d6. But queen e3 is one of many moves Anna could choose. She wants to be able to take back with the queen, and so because I just think that the queen is better on e7 than on d6. This is what I thought. But this was absolutely fine move Anna played. She's keeping everything under control. She keeping the tension. And let's see what her opponent will play here now. What could her opponent do? Could her opponent maybe take on a3? This is absolutely a possibility. If you take on a3, I would actually say that maybe you take on d6 first, or you take back. But normally you take with the pawn, even if the pawns are not together, because now this b6 pawn will be a little bit of a weakness. We will try to play against the b6 pawn, and this knight is not coming to b4, is not coming to c5. So let's see. So this is the position. Anna played queen to e3. This was the last move. Queen to e3. This is absolutely fine to play. Later on, she can decide where the rook is coming to. Rook d1. Is it like that black takes on a3? She takes with the pawn, then she likes the rook to b1. It could be that she wants the rook to be on c1 if she wants to defend c4 more. But now it's well defended. You see, the knight keeps control of it. So it's absolutely, I would say it's about equal, this position. Maybe, yeah, it's about equal, the position. So the most important here is to have ideas with the plan and to like your position. And for white, I would say it's important to stay with the pawn on d4 so black doesn't get this square for one of the knights. This is what I would say is very important for Anna to keep. No, it's very difficult to make any kind of attack. It could have been a little bit going queen d3. If with the queen on d3 here, we could be looking here. But the only more piece who could enter is knight g5. And it's more that you would have had the double threats with the queen on d3, not in this position. But you see, black has a knight close to the king. With knight f8 is defended, the queen is close. White doesn't really have pieces to attack here. So this is still a positional battle about squares in the center. No one is really trying to attack the other king. They are playing for what is going to happen in the center, maybe also on the queen side. Not so much about the king side here. So both kings, both white king and black king, is very safe. There is no attack because we can see for black doesn't have any piece more on this bishop looking down here, but white has so many pieces close to the king, so it's well defended. But black is also well defended, and it's not easy for white to bring in any piece here close to the king, or even if white can only bring in the queen and the knight closer, it's two, but black will be able to defend with the knight or with the queen. So queen e3 was played. Anna, she gets up, her opponent is thinking. I just hope he will keep on thinking for some time. So it will not be so he will also spending some time, and it looks like he's going to take a fort here now. It's absolutely look like that. And here he is thinking, and I just hope that Anna take maybe something more to drink. She has water, that's very good. I myself drink lots of water when I play. Yeah, sometimes you think when there is a slow position, you think it's the very drawest position, but I wouldn't say so. There's so many things that can happen in this game. They only played like Anna played 15 moves, and so we are in the middle of the game, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's the drawest position. It's maybe about equal chances for both of the players, but lots of things can happen. But it looks like Black really wants to keep the pieces on the board. Yes, to keep more pieces on the board, not to make it simplified the position. And here looks like he's going to play soon. I just hope Anna is getting back soon to the game. I just hope Anna will get back soon to the game. But it was good to go up. And yeah, so when you're sitting a lot, it could be good to move a little bit. Anna went up. And in a tournament, when you play, you have a big playing area. You are allowed to move around in this playing area. You are allowed to go and look at the games of the other players, go to the bathroom, take something to drink. It could even, maybe you could have brought something, food. Sometimes they have some little food to take also in the playing area, but normally not in open tournaments. And you are allowed to eat, but you should do it outside the board, not at the board. Here Anna is back. Here she is back again. And this is a big open tournament, big Swiss, where the players, they are put up, they are seated after the rating. The number one is the highest rated player is number one in the tournament. And Anna, she is rated 191 of the players, 284 players. So she has 190 players before her, and she has like, oh, now I need to calculate, like about 90 players behind her, a little more than 90 players. So Anna, yeah, now they are both fully focused. I thought her opponent was going to play, but no, he is thinking on the game, and it's because Anna's move was maybe not so expected. So what can he do? He could go take an e5, he can go d5, he can also stay. But if he stays, what is his next move? I don't really know what is his next move. So I would actually expect something to something big to come here. Maybe a pawn move. Could it be some slow move going rook c7? But we know that this pawn is very, very well defended by by the knight, so you're not really planning to take it with, even if you go rook c8. Now if you want to go here, because it defends with the knight, and normally the rook is stronger than with the knight and a pawn. So I'm not really so sure what I'm not really sure what her opponent will play in this position. And that's why he's also taking his time. He's down to 1 hour and 7 minutes, so he is catching up a little bit with time, but Anna is down to 38 minutes, so that's she has spent quite a lot of time. Normally it's fine, but we have no extra time, and I'm a little bit scared if there will be Anna getting into time trouble. But anyway, Anna is playing against a very young player, so much more higher rated, 405 points more than Anna. So she's really the underdog. She's having the white pieces. Most of us, at least me, I prefer to play with the white. Normally a little bit easier when we start with the white pieces. And we have a position, I would say it's about equal. It has been a Queen's Indian. Afterwards, it was a little bit like a Bugu Indian, I would say. I would say this is more Bugu Indian, where we have exchanged the black bishops. So, and Anna is just sitting there here. So even if they reach 40 moves, there will not be any extra time. They just have this 30 minutes per 30. They don't have this extra 30 minutes. They just have 30 seconds extra per move. So. And yeah, he's thinking long, so I'm happy for that. And yeah, when you play tournaments, you can get norms. Anna, she is a woman FIDE master, so she would love to become a woman international master or woman grandmaster, which is more difficult. And there are also titles in the open class. For example, I am a grandmaster, and so for women you have these double chances. And in this tournament you can get depends on the result you're doing. You can get the norm for grandmaster, you can make a norm for I am now international master, you can also make a norm for woman grandmaster or woman international master, or for FIDE master. So, and also you can make these norms, even you can make woman norms even if you play only against male players. So it's so it's just with an international tournament. Normally you need to play against players from some different countries, so you cannot get norms when you play against players only from your own countries. I guess you need to play against players from maybe at least 3 different countries. I'm not so sure about the rules because it was so long time ago I played for becoming a grandmaster. Mm-hmm. So now he's thinking, and I'm just happy for that. Anna is fully focused also. So I don't know. I'm not so sure about when you get make the norms, you're getting the title. If there's some money you have to pay for it, but I think actually the federations normally are paying for it. Yes. So yeah, I think actually what you I think actually the players, the federation will pay for it. So I think there are some money you have to pay to the World Federation when you're making the titles. But normally the federations, I guess they are paying for it. But I'm not sure about that. So they are so fully focused in this very, I would say, positional battle. In this positional battle, which is a very slow game, and let's see what they will play here now. Yeah, I'm happy. Her opponent's getting down to 30 minutes. Her opponent is debating, what could the opponent play here? Yes, he played rook a7. And the plan with rook a7 is, I would say, is to go bishop a8 and rook to c7. But this looks like a little bit funny move. It's not such a good move. I'm not sure why it's not such a good move. We can take on d6 here, but what would be happen here now? I am just, yes, I'm getting a little bit wondering what is happening. We can go knight e4 if we want to, but he wants this rook e5. And okay, if Anna plays something which could be absolutely, this would be, so he wanted to be defended. We can have a position like this. And if you take here, we would have absolutely a very slow battle. But now we could see his plan. Rook d7. And this pawn is getting a little bit weak. You're defending it, it's getting a little bit weak. So this is what he wants to do, and he won't try to kick this rook away. This would be an endgame, which is about equal. Let's go back. So he played rook a6, rook a7, and it's not such a good move. It's not, but it's not so easy to know why it's not. I guess his idea, he doesn't want to change anything in the position. He wants to keep everything here. This is what he wants to do. He wants to keep everything here, and he wants to keep the tension. And I think his slow plan is bishop a6 and rook to e7, to c7. This is what I think his idea. What could Anna do? Anna could take on d6. Can she go? I'm not so fond of going a move like this. I'm just wondering what would be happening in a position like this. And we have some crazy tactics. And now we see that this rook is very badly placed. The idea is if you take next move, we have this, and we have knight f5, and in the end we have this check, and there will be material, and not only material, this would be just winning the game. So let's go. This is very bad. So this is some tactics, but going here, taking here now, this is what Anna could go, and go d5. It's not an easy move to play, but it's actually a very good move. The idea is actually we planning to take on e6. And if we go something like knight c5, I guess we will go knight d4, and we will put more pressure. And again, if you take here, we have this knight d5, knight d7 coming. So this is actually, I would say, this is not, see, So no, this is not, did Anna play? No, she hasn't played. She's thinking, so rook e7 was not such a good move. It was not such a good move, but it's difficult. And what is the reason? I would say one reason is that we have some knight jump coming to f5 and e7, but this is very difficult to see. That if you could have a knight on e7, it's a fork. So there are some tactics with taking here, going and d5, and the plan is this beautiful knight e4, threatening knight f5, and if we go g6, we have knight b5. We have so many threats here. So in a position like this, I guess we need to move the knight queen somewhere. I don't know, maybe queen c5. And what is happening here? Can we play something like this coming down here? I don't know, but this is getting very, very tactical. And now we see this pin, black has won a pawn. We have something queen e7. It's getting so tactical, but to make this to make this decision is not easy at all. But so black's idea is actually now to take on e5. It's not what I said, bishop a7. Black has planning. Black is thinking that if Anna goes for these changing pieces, which could be quite easy that you want to play. When you play against a stronger player, you want to change pieces. You think that with less pieces, there's a bigger chance of a draw. But there is actually now a chance to going for some very tactics, which is not easy to see. But if Anna goes like this rook will be well placed here. Now, after I would say we take here, take here, take here, and now this is the reason the black played it, because now the rook can see it. Now black can bring in this rook. Anna needs to defend this pawn in the only way with rook e4. This is absolutely fine to play. I would say it's about equal, but it's also absolutely fine position to play for black and for white. We have an endgame where normally with experience, you know what you learn from the endgame, and endgames are always very difficult to play. But it's about an equal endgame. This could be the idea with black's last move, rook a7, but actually after a move like this taking, there are d5 and a knight jumping to d4, and after d4 it could be knight to b5 or knight f5. But this is very, I would say this is very difficult to make this decision because it's so tactical. It's good tactically, but positionally it's not so. This is what I told you all the time. Don't put the pawn on d5. We have this knight coming up here, but there are some tactics, knight coming to b5, and there are some threats. And here this would be just, I guess, maybe we can take on e6 here now. And if you take back like this, we will have, we have maybe knight b5. We have lots of things here to play, which would be actually knight b5 would win some material. But I will just go back. I just want to show this just the last second, and knight d6. So we could, there are some very good tactics, but I would say not easy to choose. So rook e7 was not the best move, but it was not the best move because Anna has the tactical plan, but I would say that's very difficult to choose because the plan is good tactically, positionally, it doesn't look the right way to play, but there's not, white can actually jump in with the knight, and actually both rooks are badly placed connected with the queen when the knight is coming in here. So rook a7 was not a good move, but there is a plan behind it, of course. And we say that it's better to make, it's good to keep a plan, to have a plan. It's better to have a plan than not a plan at all. So rook a7. What more could Anna do? She could make, I always like to take on d4 here and just go something like maybe rook d1, some slow move. This is absolutely possible to play. And if you take here, she will need to take with a pawn. This is good because you keep this knight away. So this could absolutely be good. I just like this idea of, because now rook a7, if Anna goes away with this pawn is hanging here. This would not be such a good move, because if you take here, we have this idea here, and this pawn is hanging here. Maybe take on g7. I'm not sure which way we should do. There could be some tactics again here, but maybe the right. But the pawn on a3 would be hanging. So I would say that rook a d1 directly, not. If you want to go the rook to d1, it's better to take here first and then rook d1. So this queen is defending a3 and the pawn is also defending a3. So let's see. We have this position. Rook a7 came. I would say that the last two rook moves has surprised me. Rook f to c8. But black wants to bring in the pieces, keep the tension in the center, and just want Anna to take away the tension. But here it's absolutely fine. Playing like this, I would say rook a d1 is absolutely a good move. d5 is the best move, but this is tactics, which is not. And the idea with d5 is to bring this knight to d4. Afterwards, it might come to f5. From f5, it might come to e7, or it might come to b5. And we see that all the rooks are not well. The rooks are not so well placed where they are there. They are not so well placed. This is absolutely a very strong plan, but not easy to play. But otherwise, take on d6 and rook d1. But rook d1 directly would not be so good, because this e3 pawn would be hanging then. I don't know if yeah, if we could do, what else could be possible? Rook d1. Here I don't like. I like to take on d6. What more? Taking on b4. If you take on b4, we will absolutely see. I think we will see knight take b4 here, and the knight is coming. We have the knight is coming to c2, and now it becomes an active knight. It's possible to play, but here we would love to have this knight on c3. Now we need to defend against this threat. I don't know, maybe rook c1. I don't know, maybe taking like this, maybe move like knight e4. No, because c4 is hanging. I think we need to put the rook on c1, maybe even to have go with this rook to c1, and then later on to defend against the fork. But this is not the game. This is the position in the game. Anna has this. The last move was rook a7. This was not such a good move, but it's not easy to find the way to play against this, the way to show that this was a mistake. And so let's see what Anna will play. She's down to 27 minutes. She is down to 27 minutes. Sometimes, yeah, it actually, to go h4 is absolutely, I wouldn't say there's nothing wrong to play. It would be just, and we could have a position like this, but this for the endgame, this pawn on h4, and after move like this, I guess I like maybe king e1. I'm not sure if we should keep the queens. Maybe we should keep the queens, because what it is the rook doing here on a7 is just very passive. So here we keep the queens. And we are playing h4, h5, and h5, h6, absolutely. So h4 is absolutely a move to make in this position, absolutely. We could. So what could we do? Not take on b4. We could take on d6. If we want the rook to be on d1, we should take on d6 first. We can play a move like h4, just to take some space. We could absolutely do that. That's not anything wrong. So now Anna is on her way to move. She is on her way to move. They are getting, besides the time, she has 26 minutes for the whole game. No extra half an hour, but they get half minute per move. They are getting half minute per move. This is just about, I would say, if Anna plays the best, she's having the advantage. It's very difficult to find a strong way of playing this. This is absolutely not easy to find, but the opponent's last move was a mistake. But I like to see that strong players always make mistakes. Not always. They can also make mistakes. Chess is like that. It's so difficult. So we are all human. So the mistake comes sometimes too often, but it's like that. And so there is a way for white to open up the position to play against this queen, these two rooks. These three pieces could be badly placed, but not easy. She could also play a no move, like not doing so much, and it could be actually h4. For the end games, h4 is actually good. And with h4, you could be planning to put the pawn all the way to h6, which would make the king weaker, and also in the middle game, but also for the end game. So Anna has played. Has she played? Yes, she played. What did she play? She played queen f4. This was not such a good move. Queen f4 was not such a good move. Why is not this such a good move? She wants to keep the tension. Now she's threatening more on d6, so she wants to keep the tension. Maybe h4 was more. I don't know why this could be such here. We take here now, and a position like this. I don't know why is this. This is absolutely fine. But after queen b7, we have the same position as before, king d1, but h4 was a more useful move. So h4 was, I would say, is a more useful move. But she go queen f4. So now she's going to take on d6. And she is forcing her opponent either to take here or take on d5. So her opponent needs to move the pawn. This is actually, I wouldn't say rook c6. No, this is very awkwardly placed here. No, you don't want to play this. Rook c6 would be just a very strange way of trying to defend. Maybe Anna could even go blowing up. Maybe even d5 looks good, because after moves like this, we can see that there are lots of friends against e6. We have this pin here. So no, this is not possible. Her opponent will need to go either d5 or taking on e5. This is what her opponent has to play here now. One of these moves. So they are both keeping the tension. Anna is just saying, now I want you to take it away. And I'm just wondering here, I think actually in a position like this, I think actually this could be her plan. But I wonder if her rook is so good here. Rook d3. Her rook is maybe not so good here. Can we try something like d5? But this could be a mistake because now, this is a mistake because c5 threats against e3, d3, and also some plan with f6, e5. So we're letting the knight coming in here. So it could be that she, but here is the position. Queen f4 was played, and her opponent, what did he do? Her opponent played, did he go d5 or he went d5? He went d5. So is this, so he wants Anna to have backward pawn, but it means that this square, he doesn't want to play what she wanted him to play. He playing against her. So now this is very logical to take. You don't take back like this because this bishop will be so passive. Now we could bring knight f1, knight f3 if we want to. I don't know if we can go some knight g5 and e6. Maybe h6 is coming. No, this is maybe not so good to play, but this bishop will be very passive. He went d5. Now Anna could take. Can we go knight d4? We want the knight to go here. And I'm just wondering, can you take here? What is this position? We have this backward pawn here. If you take here, we take back with the pawn because this knight is not playing, but you planted the knight to d5. How is position like this? We have a pin, and now the rook is a little bit not so well placed, and now I blundered the rook because I blundered the piece. We have this winning, but this is not the game. So he went d5. This was a little bit of choking move, and we can see if Anna takes here. If you look, this is what I hope she will do, but with his last move, let's see, we let it be. Here's the position. She needs to do something, but this, she shouldn't go b3. No, I don't like it. She should take. But if she takes here, we can see the pawn structure. So she has the backward pawn. She played rook fc1. This is absolutely possible. Rook ec1. This is what she played. She doesn't want to play. She wants, but now I'm wondering, can her opponent go knight c7? What would be happening here? Then we take on b4. I have no idea what is happening here now. Can we take here on c4? This we take on d5. Knight d5 is coming, and we can even go knight queen h4. What is happening here? This is just crazy. I want to go b5. I have no idea what is happening here. Knight e4. Can we go b5? And we have a knight coming here. Lots of squares. This is getting so far away. So he played, Anna played knight c4. He can absolutely, if Anna takes here, Anna wants to take with the knight. She's coming with a knight to d6. This is what she wants to do. This is what she wants to play. So she played rook e to c1. The E line is closed. She played this. And what will her opponent do? If her opponent take here, I guess you need to take with the pawn. You need to keep this knight away. And now knight c7. This could be a good way for her opponent to play. Now, this could be a good way for her opponent to play because you don't want really to play like this. We can see that this pawn will be lost. You will actually lose this pawn, and black will have, even if this bishop is passive, black will get an extra pawn and has a pass pawn on d5. No, we don't want to play like this. So this could absolutely be what could be happening in this position. Knight, rook c1 was the fine move, but the only thing is, it's black. If black can choose something, black want the knight on d5, not the bishop on d5. But this is not so easy. So I guess that black will probably take on a3 and go knight c7. Maybe knight c7 directly, but it's not so good. I'm wondering, can we take with the queen here now? Can we play like this? But now we have a little b3, and the plan is if you take here, I guess, there are some tactics now. There are some tactics. We have knight g5. I have no idea, against f7, and we have these tactics here, and I guess maybe we can go queen e4. I have no, and after this we have this little between moves. Maybe queen b7 actually, we are threatening the rook. This is far away, this is long far away, but there are always some tactics in the game. So Anna play rook easy one. She's putting the rook here now. And now we have another. We have this tension, d6, e5. Now we have the tension, c4, d5. Anna wants her knight to c4. Black wants this knight to come to d5. So this is the fight they are having. They're fighting about the squares here. And the one who and also if Anna has the knight here on c4, when knight comes to d5, she can go back with the queen. If the knight comes to d5, when knight is on d2, she needs to stay with the queen on the king side. And the question is, will the queen be better on the king side, or will it be better on the queen side? So it's a fight about squares. Absolutely. Anna wants c4 for her knight, and Black wants d5 for one of his knight. And we can see the knight coming closest is the knight from a6 coming to c7 and later to d5. And there is a lot of tension. Anna is down to 25 minutes, 24:44. She's getting half a minute per each move. Her opponent is also getting half a minute per move, but he has double time, 58 minutes. He has so much more time. And this player, her opponent, Tong Jiao, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, and he's a young player, born 2008. He has 2,484. He is, I think he's number 25 in this open tournament, where the A group, they have close to 300 players. I think it was 284. There's a B group with 90 players. So there are lots of players playing on MENORCA in these two groups, lots of players from lots of countries. And there are 12 players from China. Anna is playing against one of them, a very young player, Tong Chiai, and he has 405 points more than Anna. So she is the underdog. She can absolutely just try to play her best, try to enjoy chess with no pressure at all. But of course, when we play chess, we try to win. We want to win. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and there's a new game tomorrow. And for Anna and for all the players, there will be 2 new games tomorrow, because they play 9 games in very short time. 6 days is short time for chess. So today they play 1 single round, but tomorrow there will be round 2 and 3. And there are lots of players. There are a little bit more than 60 players from Spain, but there are also 30 players from India, lots of nations, and from Sweden there are 3 players, and from China, for example, 12. But there are 12 also from France, from England, I think from Germany there are 18 maybe. So there are lots of players from lots of different countries. And here we have this very, very exciting position. It's getting exciting now. There are more things happening, but they are playing for squares. And it's like this. And we can see that if Anna in some moment will play a4, I'm just wondering about this move. If she will play a4, she will have these 2 stopping these 3, but she has a backward pawn on d4. So it's very exciting for the endgames if that is good or not. But Black could maybe later go b5 and exchange one of the pawns. So yeah, Black will still have this, could use this extra pawn on the queen side. So Anna, there are some moves I haven't expected the last 3 moves from Black. Anna played, I didn't expect Anna move queen f4, but rook c1 is logical. She wants to keep the tension, and she is keeping the tension, and her opponent also wants to keep the tension. So they are both playing against each other, keeping the tension, saying, yes, if you want to open up, it's okay, but you have to be the one to do that. And both of them have done it. And when Anna played this queen f4 to force her opponent to take on e5, he didn't want that. He pushed his pawn forward. And now Anna went with the rook here. And now a move like this would not be good, because we take on d5 and we see the rook is hanging, and there would be, I would say, rook on a7. You can play this, but there could be some backward problems here. Maybe we give it check to make it more passively, or at least we keep in the control of the c line. So this is not, I think, what you want to play. You don't want to move away the bishop. So has Black played here? Did he play? Did he play or not? Yes, he played. He played knight f8. He played knight f8. And this, he is waiting again. What to fight about the tension? So I was wondering, could a3 or b a move? And the idea is just to keep this, keep it blocked. And actually that is knight c7 comes. I'm wondering what we are going to do. If you take, we can also make a small move. Can we make b3 move? Maybe not, because if you take, do we want to take with the pawn? Yes, maybe. We have knight b3. We have a beautiful square for the knight on b3. And remember, the knights are very good at blocking opponent's pass pawn. The knights are the best. So knight f8 came. That was also a little bit curious move, but he wants, our opponent wants to keep the tension. And the idea is actually that there are some ideas that he doesn't want Anna to be able to play a rook to c8 with check. I think this. So if Anna takes on d5, I think we will see this taking back and take with the bishop. There's no rook c8 here, and this position may be okay. Now there are some threats against a4, and if you come here, maybe rook c8 will come, and now black is taking, black's pieces are better placed. Anna's queen is not so well placed. So now to take on d5 would not be so good, because her queen is a little bit off. She will not be able to create any side here. Her queen is actually better on e3 than on f4. So what more could Anna be playing here? Take on d5 is not such a good move. Could a4 be a move? It's a move, but it's so difficult to play a4. This is a difficult move to play. The idea is that you want to follow up with b3. If we, for example, go b3 here now, black would take on a3, and this pawn will white not be able to take back for some time. Yeah, maybe we can go knight b1, but I'm wondering here a2, and we have some problems on c4. We're losing. It's not harmony with the pieces. It's not possible. So maybe knight a8. Maybe this is a very clever move, actually. It's a little bit like, what are you going to do here now? What are you going to do? Maybe a4, maybe this is, could be that this is a good move, and this, should you go a3? Oh, this is so difficult, b3, but then we should come back. We should keep the tension and try to take this pawn with the queen. I have no idea what happened after queen b4 here now. This is just getting so crazy here now. I don't know what is going to happen. But now Anna is on her way to move, because it's dangerous. If Anna take on d5, there is a danger she will become worse. So I don't want her to take on d5. Her queen is a little bit off there. Her queen, did she play h4? Did she go h4? She played h4. And I think this is absolutely a fine move to go h4. It's absolutely a fine move. Maybe now her opponent should go bishop a8. Yes, to bring the rook in here. Yes, to bring the rook. She played h4. This is absolutely a fine move, and I'm wondering now. So maybe this is logical to go bishop a8 because you want the rook here to come here. Let's see, has her opponent played? Did he play? He played bishop a8. This was absolutely what he played, but it's logical. He wants the rook to c1. This is what he wants to. He wants the rook to c1, and Anna has a chance to play this again. But again, I would say this would maybe not be so good. Bishop d5, because now we need to go queen e1 here. If you come in rook c7, how is this? How is it? Because after a position like this, I don't know. Maybe I thought you could maybe take queen takes c7. Maybe this is okay you have here, but this is no. Because the knight is hanging. Yeah, you will need to keep moving the knight. Yeah, you can take on d5. h4 has been a useful move. It has been actually a useful move. It will be about equal. It will be better now than the move before, but it's important. So her opponent played. Let's go back. This is position. Sorry, I'm moving around. Her opponent played bishop a8, and it's the logic. Wants to play rook to c7. He has playing according to plans, but he put in this knight to f7 in between. So what can Anna do now? She's down to 21 minutes. She is down to 21 minutes, and this is what is so stressful, and this is why I say for me it's so difficult to play this game with only 90 minutes for the whole game plus 30 seconds. And for lots of people, they think 90 minutes, 1.5 hours, that is huge. There's oceans of time. But when you play chess, it's not. The time is just going away so quickly, and sometimes you don't realize you have been playing for hours and hours, and because in chess you for some players, yeah, we need lots of time. So Anna is down to 21 minutes, and she will not get half an hour more after the game. I think Anna has played very nicely this game. She has played very logical. They has played against this, keeping the tension. And the question is now, can Anna, yes, maybe a4 is the good move. Rook c1, and now to go, can we go b3? Maybe not. I'm wondering, can we then take here and go b3? What is happening here now? Now we have rook b1, and we're keeping everything under control, because, yeah, this is absolutely okay. So a4 is a good move, but this is very, very difficult to say. This is the position we have, sorry, this is the position. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to move it back here. This is the position. Bishop is on a8, and the plan for black is to play, black wanted to double the rook on c line. Black wants to keep the tensions. I will be very excited to look at Anna's opponent's games, some other rounds, to see if this is how he liked to play in general. But in this game, he has liked to keep the tension. He liked to keep the pieces on the board. And Anna also has done the same. She has kept the tension. And what is she going to do? Actually, a4 is a beautiful move, but I would say so difficult. And Daddy, if you take, we can take back with a knight, because there is a pin here, but we can take on b6. It's not a pin to be scared of, because this queen is now very good on the black square. You take here, we take back. I will just show you, and you see the queen is defending everything, and we have a pawn extra, and we are very, very happy here. So let's go back. So I would say a4 is probably maybe the best move, but every move we make to change the pawn structure is difficult, and the idea is a little bit to stop this pawn here from the attack against a3. We want maybe to go b3 and later on, so this to keep on very good eye here. And it could be also that later after b3, that when if black takes on c4, we have two opportunities, we have two moves to choose from. Take back with the knight, or take back with the pawn, and then bring the knight to b3. Remember, this could be a pawn, and the best blocker of pass pawn is a knight. But let's go back. This is the position. It's so exciting. So a4 could be the best move. Very difficult. Anna can take on d5. It's better now than the move before. What more could she do? Something. I don't like b3. I don't like, because you take here, this will leave white into problems. You cannot leave this, and this is the logic behind a4. You're planning b3, and you're planning b3, but you need this a pawn to be defended first, and you do it by moving it. You don't want really to do it like this, because now black is getting a piece, I guess, getting this piece into here. Maybe we can play like this. And now the plan, maybe queen e3, I don't know. We have a rook here to c7. Maybe we go b3, and we have this fight again. I'm not sure if you take here. I guess we take with the pawn. Yeah, you can come here, but I will go away. And now you actually need to come back again. So this is not so good. But this is far away. So, yeah, this is also a possibility. This bishop a7 was played. h4 was played, sorry. Knight f8. I'm moving right, h4, bishop h8. This is the position. We put it up here, and now, so a take b4 is absolutely okay to play. a4 is okay. C take d5, maybe I like it a little less, because you need to bring back your queen. Have to be a little bit careful here on the c line. So taking on b4 is absolutely fine, but maybe we will see queen take b4. Is that the problem? I'm not sure if that's the problem. Can we go b4? Is that maybe not the right? After this, maybe we can even make h5, because if you take here, we will actually start. And what did Shiana do? What did she do? She took on d5. Yeah, did she take on d5? What did she do? She took on d5. Bishop take d, rook take c1, rook c1, take on d5 was played, take on d5, and her opponent will absolutely take with the bishop on d5. I don't know if her opponent has played it. He's thinking a little bit, because it's so important. Is it possible? He doesn't look at rook c7. Absolutely not rook c7. This is not a move to play. He has to take back on d5. Will he take with the pawn or with the bishop? He can take on a3. No, taking on 3. He took with the bishop, and this is very logical. He take with the bishop. Now Anna needs to go knight e4 or queen e3, but I would say this is difficult to play. After here now, oh, we have some tactics. Knight f6. Oh, wow. take here, and after this is absolutely getting crazy. Queen d8, we have a check here. I don't know why not queen h6 here. Immediately we're threatening a mate here on g7. This would absolutely be winning on the spot. So in the move here, I was just 194. Take here. What happened if you take here now? We take back and you win a pawn. And I would say to play this is absolutely good for black. So no. After this, can Anna go a4 here now? A4, but you have rook c7. And now we have this problem. She wants to go queen e1. It's not possible. Her queen is a little off here. She needs to go, you need to go rook b1. And this is maybe not so easy to play. I don't know, queen d7, b3, we get the square, rook c3. No, I'm a little bit worried here now. Bishop take d5, this was very well played. And now, what is happening after this? Take here, and you take on a3. Do we have some tactics? No, this is just bad. It's not possible. So here, and if you take here on b4 now, maybe this is the best. Take on b4, and after queen take b4, we can have knight g5, maybe some threats here. I have no idea what is happen here. It's lots of things hanging. We have some threats here now. So rook to c8, we are very much activity. So this is getting good. I have no idea after a move like h6. Could it be that we have some tactics here? Absolutely, it could be. I'm getting so after a move like this, I guess here we will have queen take here, and after a move like this maybe we have a mate here. I am so far away, but I wanted just to show there are lots of tactics coming here. So queen f4, I would say take on b4 now. This is important. Take on b4, play this position, but I'm scared after taking on b4, queen b4, and now knight g5. This is difficult. After h6, now knight to e4, and to give this pawn away, but we have, this is again fantastically, but how to understand that this is when we have a rook to c8. Yeah, no, this is very, very difficult. All these things, there are some tactics, and h4 has been a very useful move for Anna to play. But so take on b4. I hope this is what Anna will play here now. She has only 15 minutes, and it's a very critical moment. So in the end, her opponent got Anna to take away the tension. He got Anna to take on d5, and it was so tempting to take on d5 when she has the c5. Can she go queen e3? Could this be a possibility? I'm just wondering. After rook c7, we can oh no, rook b1. If it takes here, this is what I want to see. Knight c7 is probably the best. A move like this, we could have maybe bishop f1. I'm just wondering what will happen here. Yeah, this is getting a little bit crazy now. I'm not sure what will happen here now. So let's go back. But so queen e3 could be a move here. This is the position. Bishop take d5 was very logical. We have a backward pawn. We don't want to take with the pawn. It's an active piece. This is very normal to take with the bishop. This is not. This is the move most experienced player would play without thinking. This is a backward pawn, but it takes an important square, and we have a piece here. So now Anna needs to play. Queen e3 is one move. She can take on b4 one move. a4 I don't like any longer. I don't like any longer when we open the c5 because the queen is a little bit more far away. She can go for some crazy knight e4, but I think take on b4. But this is difficult to do because you're a little bit scared of this move. I don't know. Rook c7 could be coming. Do we have a move like rook c8? And what is this? We have lots of pieces activity, but now we have knight g7, and we have threats here against, we have threats here now. So against f7, you need to come back, and now probably you don't take on d5 because the knight is coming up. We go knight d4. We want to bring the knight to d6, and this is absolutely about equal. This black has an extra pawn on the queen side. This is a backward pawn, so a little bit careful in the end games because of this backward pawn. But let's go back. Let's go back. Oh, it's so exciting. Bishop d5. So the moves I like is queen e3, take on b4, 1, 2. What more move could be happen? Yeah, these are 1 and 2. and take on b4. I don't know anything more because there's a threat against a3. I don't like a4 any longer because of rook c7. And now I think, yes, I just think this here, this is getting good. Now maybe we have bishop f1. Do we have this? And the idea is to try to play something bishop b5 here, but bishop c6. Let's see, go back. We have to see. Anna has not played yet. Bishop d5. She's down to 12 minutes. And now this is the problem because her opponent has still 54 minutes. Her opponent has still so much time, but Anna is actually having not so much time, and there are always coming lots of critical moments. This is threats against a3. Her piece is active. This one is defending the king's side. This is actually passive piece, I would say. So I would just hope Anna take on b4. Queen e3 is also possible. Queen e3 or taking on b4. This is the moves I really would like her to play here now. One of these moves. I think her opponent is getting a little bit nervous also, but he's looking also at the time. And he's just so fully focused. He has been fully focused in the game, almost gone up some very few times. But otherwise, he has been sitting and he has been playing quickly. He has used like 35 minutes plus. They have played 20 moves plus 10 moves. He has used like 45 minutes for the whole game. So, yeah, bishop d5 was only move, absolutely the only move to play. But it's also a good move. But it was absolutely the only move to play for black. You don't want to take back with the pawn. You want the bishop to be active, and you want this pawn to keep on being a backward pawn. So now black will have 3 against 2 here. Black will have an extra pawn on queen side, but white is still keeping the balance if Anna finds the right moves. Absolutely. h5 here. h5 here. No, I just think that can we not grab the pawn here? We're grabbing the pawn. I don't know what this will be, but this looks very dangerous. Rook c7. I don't think if we take here like this, we try go h6, we will absolutely, I guess we will just take this sometime, and we don't have so many threats here because the knight is here. And remember, knight is very good defender of the king. It's not, we don't have, oh, no, let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back. Now we lost the phone, we lost here. We have the position here, sorry. We have the position again here. I got so excited, so I took away the board. That was not at all. So that was not my purpose, but yeah. But I got so excited. Bishop d5. Anna is down to 10 minutes. I got so excited. I go so excited here. What will she play now? She's down to 10 minutes and then no more extra time. There's no more extra. All of a sudden we have a green board. I don't know how that is possible, but we have a green board. So I hope you like the colors. I'm not so good to change the colors, but they're green board now, and sorry for that. So actually I remember lots of time I played in Spain when we played with plastic boards before, these beautiful wooden boards. With lots of time we had green, white, and we had white and green boards. So I'm actually been playing with these. But yes, now we will stay with this color. Sorry for that, but it's getting so exciting. Bishop d5. This last move was very expected. So just hope Anna will move, but I just hope she takes on b4. This is what I think is what I really like her to do. Take on b4, because this pawn is under attack from the pawn, but also behind from the queen. She needs to do something about her pawn. So either take on b4 or go queen e3. These are the absolutely important. Either to take here, this is one move, or to defend it with queen e3. And then we saw that the queen was never really good on f4, but she forced her opponent to take some decisions, and we can see that Anna is down to 8 minutes, and it's of course it's difficult to make this decision making, and we know Anna likes to take her time. I also like to take my time. We are exactly the same. And so we see she's on her way to move, but she hasn't made up her mind, and her opponent is having so much more time here now. So, but that is how it is. That is absolutely how it is. It's a little time, but Anna playing such a strong play. She has played fine. Let's see if Anna can keep the balance. This is about an equal position, but she needs now to defend her pawn or to exchange her a3 pawn, which is under attack. These are two options. Don't go a4 because black is quicker on the queen side. This queen is off from the queen side. It would be better on e3 than on f4. It's on the queen side, so I would actually prefer Anna to take on b4, but I think maybe a4 is one of the moves she's considered. I think a4, take on b4 or queen e3, these are the moves to consider here because it's very logical. The pawn is under pressure. We need to do something about it. White need to do something about it. Anna is down to 7 minutes, and this is also very typical first round in a tournament over the board. Anna hasn't played. She has played 10 days ago, but anyway, 10 days has passed, and then you are a bit slower in the first round. It's an afternoon round, but it's also very chaotic before the round starts with lots of things to do, especially for Anna when with the stream and everything. So it's easy to be slower than normal. And also her opponent has been playing so quickly. He is putting pressure on Anna, and he has been sitting all the time, I must say, and he's so fully focused on the game. Let's see, can Anna keep the balance with 6 minutes on the clock for the whole game? It's so little time because there will be so many important decisions to make. It will be so many important decisions to make, and let's see if Anna will make a move now here. And I'm just a little scared that she will not make it before she's down to 1 minute, and I just hope she will make it before. But Anna has played absolutely fine in this move. She has kept balance. She has kept the tension. There has been a battle of tension, a battle of squares here in this game, which was a Queen's Indian from the beginning. It turned out for me like a Bugu, Yubov Indian, and with the bishop to b4, and lots of pieces still on the board. And let's see, she played knight g5. Oh, but this, what will happen now after b take a3? What will happen now after b take a3? Queen take a3. I'm just wondering, rook c7 here. What will happen now here? Rook c7. And now, yeah, now you're winning, sorry. And bishop take g2. I don't know. King take e2. This is still, can we go something like h6 here now? And anyhow, so Anna is going all for the queen. She's all for the queen, no, all for the king, sorry. She's going. She is playing the most active move, knight ge4. I'm a little bit scared here now. Can you take on a3? After this move, we need to take back, because after a move like this, we will take on b2. And here, we will have two pass pawns. This would absolutely be winning. This would absolutely be winning. Oh, I got something in throat. So Anna, she doesn't want to defend. She go for activity. She go for activity. She go for king attack. This is absolutely interesting to play. I wouldn't dare to do it because here there's a pawn hanging on a3. I would absolutely have taken the pawn first on b4 before trying anything like this. But she wants to play the most active pawn, and I'm a little bit scared that if black wins this pawn on a3 and white doesn't have an attack on the king, black will win all the endgames because black has two pawns. Anna's pawn extra here in the center is not worth anything. These two pawns will win all the endgames. So now Anna is going all for the attack, really all for attack. And I see a queen here, I see a rook here, and I see a knight defending. So what will happen after h6? This is a logical move to play. Knight e4. Can we now take here? Now we have knight f6. You don't have time to take on f6 because we will take back here now. E take f6. And if you take something like that, we will just move it somewhere. This knight is good defender, and now this would be winning the game. This would be winning the game. But I don't know. After check here, we go king h8. What is happening? We're taking back here. Can you now take here on a3? We have rook c8. What is happening here? Can we go rook c7 now? We are keeping our rooks. And now this h4 move has been so good because Anna can always bring in her pieces here. She can always bring in her king here. But let's go back. Her opponent is thinking, let's go back. Now we got the green, we got the brown board back. So we have it here again. Yes, we have it here again. We have it here again. So this is the position. Anna went knight g5 and we got back the brown board. And because the colors are maybe easier for the eye with the brown board. So knight g5. So Anna, she's not going for the endgame. She's going for the king. She wants to use this knight, but her plan is the knight to e4 and knight f6. This is her plan. A knight to e4 and then knight f6, and she has also rook to c7. I just wonder, if you take here now, Anna will need to take back. Can you go rook c7 here now? We're taking here back. But if you take here now, how will this position be here now? And now we have queen e3, but I would say that this is more pleasant for black to play. This is more pleasant. Do we have any time for an attack here? Can we try now something like knight e4? No, you have time for h6. This, and the knight has to go back, and if you go knight e4 here now, you can actually just take this pawn. And this is what I'm a little bit scared of. I'm a little bit scared that her opponent will take on a3, not taking the pawn immediately, but it will be hanging, and in some moment, if Anna is not defending it, it will be gone and she might lose the endgame. So knight g5, very exciting. It's nothing wrong with the move, but it sharpened up the position completely. It's a very sharp move, and I wouldn't dare to play. I'm a more slow player, more positional player, but Anna liked to play active moves, so she played this knight g5, and her idea is to bring a knight to e4. But I am just, after h6 now, she will absolutely go with this knight to e4. I don't think we will see this. I don't think her opponent will see this. I think her opponent will take on a3, and this is actually what I'm a little bit most scared of. I don't know, rook c1 here. Can we move away the rook? Can we move it to rook a1? This looks very not good. We have a piece coming here, activity. Rook c1, the logical for me is to take here. To make something like this, I'm just wondering here, how it here. And now her opponent took on a3. This was absolutely very... Oh no, I did it again. I did it again. I did it again. I'm getting so excited. Oh, sorry, we lost the board again. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see if we will have it again. Oh, the lie board. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We'll see if we have it again here. Let's see. We get the position. Here we have it again. A, B, Anna took back immediately, and her opponent played rook c7. This is absolutely the best move, and the best for Anna is now to go rook b1 to keep the rooks. But this is difficult. After rook take a3, Anna is actually having rook take d5, e take e5, and rook take b6. She's doing well. So how can she find rook b1 is the best move to play here? So put the rook on an active fight, and if a move like h is coming, she put her knight to e4. So rook b1 is the best move. She needs an active rook. She needs an active rook, but this is difficult. And like that, she's keeping this knight away. This is absolutely the best move. Threatening to go with rook to b6, keeping this knight away. Absolutely. So if you go something rook c1 here, we will maybe bring, oh, this is a very bad move. We have knight e4 with tempo. If you take here, I guess we have knight coming in here. This, I don't know what is going to happen. We have threats against f7. No, you cannot do this. Rook b1 is a wonderful move, but will Anna find it? Will she find rook b1? It's a very, very beautiful move. She needs to keep an active rook, but these evaluations are so difficult to do. How can we know this? How can we know that? If she takes her opponent, will bring in the knight to take back here with d5. Her opponent will be fine. So she needs... If she goes here, this is not a good move because h6 and a3 is still hanging. No, this is not the good move. So rook b1 is the move I really hope she will play, but it's just difficult. This is absolutely difficult. But how can we think? We have yeah, we need... Anna is attacking, and when you're attacking, you want to have pieces, so she wants her rook to be on the board. Black needs to have one piece defending here, and here she also, with rook b1, she's keeping the knight away. So maybe this is the logic, that we activate the rook to b1. We are attacking b6. We're keeping this knight away from this beautiful d5 square. It's far away from that. And we want also now to bring up a knight, maybe even to take on d5, because we would make the pawn structure better. So this also, so rook b1 is the move. It's not played yet, but this is absolutely the move. Anna is down to only 4 minutes. And yeah, it's so exciting. If she plays something else, I'm a little scared. Rook a1 I don't like, because it's better. She played. What did she play? What did she play? I think she moved away. What did she play? No, she played the knight to e4, and this is a mistake. This is a mistake. But this is logical. She wants to play this move. It's a mistake because of h6. This is the problem. And I guess after this move, Anna wants to go check here now. But you can take here and take here. And in a position like this, we have this coming, and queen take f6. No. So knight e4 is the wrong, it looks logical. But the problem is there's only one move her opponent can play. And this is h6. This is the problem. Because now her knight needs to go back. And I think Anna is going to play knight f6 here. I don't know, after rook takes here, what can we play here now? Yeah, we can take back with anything. I wonder, check here, take here, and queen d8. And we don't have queen h6. This is probably want to go queen take h6. And also this knight is coming to e8. Oh, sorry. This is not the position. So this was a mistake, but this is what I said. When it's sharpened up, Anna wants to bring in her position. She wants to bring in the pieces into the attack, but her opponent can play one good move and he will have the upper hand. He can take away. Anna has an active knight here, and an active queen. And he can take away this active knight. And this pawn is hanging. And this is what I was so scared about. I was so scared about that. And if he takes on c1, Anna will be absolutely fine. Because if he takes here, Anna takes back. She defends a3 pawn. After a move like h6, she will just come back. This is no problem because a3 is defended. No, I don't think he will take on c1. So let's see. It depends on if he see this is coming. It depends on if he's scared of knight f6 or not. If he's not scared of knight f6, he might play this. And after this move, Anna plays here. Now he can actually, maybe he can take an e4. I don't know. Can he take here immediately? Maybe we have some attack here now. We have knight d6 against f5. I don't know. Yes, knight d6. No, you will not play this. You will absolutely... So maybe he can play this move here now, bishop take e4, and now queen take a3, and this will absolutely be very bad for Anna. If you go h6, Anna will absolutely be in problems. This is the position. I will put it back like this. Knight e4. The problem is this e4 square is a square she wants to have for this knight. So because if her opponent kicks her, so it depends on, and I think the problem is that knight f6, what Anna wants to play, it doesn't work. After h6, take here, take here. We have this check here, king h2, and now you can go queen c7, and you don't have queen take h6 because the knight is in the way. This is the problem. You don't have the queen take h6, which would have won on the spot. But this knight g5 is on the way. There is the wrong knight to e4. So let's see. I am scared because this is a good player she's playing against. If he will find the best move here, I don't think Anna will save the game. There is just one move. But he can play in other ways, and he will be having, I would say, even if it's equal, I would say a little bit more pleasant for her. And because Anna is attempting to go for the attack, and but I would absolutely say, and he has lots of time, and I think he will use 5-10 minutes at least for his next move, which is not so much time, but he has been spending and playing so quickly. So knight e4, I can understand Anna's idea. but it's just not, because her pieces are getting overloaded, and she's taking away a good square for his knight. She didn't have time to, because there were threats taking on c1, there are threats against a3, and so now he is calculating. Yeah, it's a 2-knight attack, but if he finds the best move, yeah, this will be difficult. And Anna plays against a very strong player, and he also has lots of time, and this is the reason why he has played so quickly. He wanted to play good ideas, some fine moves, not the best moves, because if you want to play the best moves you spend a lot of time. He wanted to play more quicker, and he made some mistakes, but it was not so easy to find why they were wrong. And Anna kept the balance, she kept the tension, and now finally Anna has made some moves which are not the best, but they're okay. But this, when it became such a sharp position, Anna goes for the king. This is actually a mistake. She can be punished, she can be forced to go back, and we see, this is what I was so scared of, that in some moment her opponent will be able to take this ball. It's not possible still to take it now. I just will show Anna would just win on the spot, taking here, take f7. This is what you're hoping for, and we can go here, and you have a piece more. This would absolutely be winning the game here now. So no, you cannot do that. You maybe also we have something like this. Sorry, king h8. We have also this, and we are taking away the defender of f8. This is very typical to play like this. But so knight e4 was a mistake. This, but will her opponent see that? And he's a good player, he has lots of time. I expect him to find the best move, and then it will be difficult for Anna. So here we have this, yeah, here we have it. So knight e4 wasn't such a good move, because black has this plan of this pawn is saying in right moment take on a3. So, and yeah, he played the best move. He played the last two best move. So he just is a good player, and he's bringing, but they're also very logical. He bringing his piece into activity. He wants his knight to d5 to come here. This is a weakness, and black actually in the endgame now had 2 against 1. This is what black has been playing for. So oh my god, oh, he's played, this is what you said, sorry, no, yeah, this has been played. Bishop take e4. Now Anna can take on c7. This is absolutely the best she can play. Thank you, I'm sorry. He played, I'm sorry, I was so slow here. They already played. Thank you so much for telling me. I should have refreshed the board, but I have done some mistake there. Anna has to take on c7. I don't know if she can have some chance here. Queen take e4, and after queen take a3, can she go some queen c6, knight d5, now taking on d5, taking here and take on here. But this looks not so good, because you have a check here, king g2, and you have, do we want to take here? No. Finally this knight is coming into the game, and no, this is absolutely difficult. Let's see, they had played, go back to the board. This is absolutely, he took away one of Anna's. He finds this very beautiful h6 move. The best Anna can do is take on c7. This is the best she can do. If she takes here, now queen take a3, and here she doesn't have any attacking at all, and we can see, so this knight e4 was a good plan, but he finds this beautiful h6. He has taken an e4. This is the position. Anna is down to 3 minutes. She took on c7. This was absolutely the best move, and now she took, this was played, queen take e4. This is the position. This is played, this is the position, queen take e4. We have this on the board, and this was absolutely the best. But unfortunately, her opponent is doing very well in this position, because this is absolutely, I don't know what could it be. Queen take a3 is absolutely a good move. Queen c6 here. He had this taking here and here. Anna can take 2 more, but after queen here now, he has this check, king d2, and knight e6. He will take on f4. He will absolutely, after knight f4, he can take on f4. I just wonder, can he go knight here now? Maybe now Anna brings in the knight, but he has queen take f4, and this is absolutely just very queen take here. We have a position like this. We can go queen take 4, and whatever Anna does, we will have this this position, and it's 3 against 2. Oh, this is very far away. Let's go to the game. But this 3 against 2 would probably be good for black. But sometimes you can save it. You can save it. So the game is absolutely not over. Anna is fighting here. Her opponent can go queen take is absolutely. He could go more like queen b5. This is maybe not the best because the queen, what can happen here? I'm wondering. We want to take the knight, queen a3 here, and we go maybe, I don't know, queen take b6 is maybe not a good move, maybe d5, but this is, wow, what is happening here? Bishop take e5, you are coming here. Can we have some threats here now? We're bringing in the pieces, and this is absolutely okay for white to play because you have so much activity. 1, 2, 3 active pieces. Black has only 1 active piece. This one is a little far away. But this is not the game, so this is possible to play, but so difficult to evaluate. Let's go back to the game. What will your opponent play? Will he take on a3? He has 43 minutes. Anna is down to 3 minutes. Anna is down to 3 minutes. Yes, Anna is normally using a lot of time. But here this is so much more difficult with this time they play where they have all the game in 90 minutes. Plus, of course, they're getting half minutes per move. So Anna has 3.5 minutes, 3:38 seconds, 3 minutes and 38 seconds. But for every move she will get half a minute. But it's very stressful to play with this half a minute. So now her opponent is spending time, and because he understands that he has some time. This knight is passive, this one is passive, but this is a big issue. Could we see? But absolutely, Anna is fighting. She has a bishop, which could be good because maybe she could change the knight. What am I expecting her opponent to play? I guess take on a3. It could be also knight d5, queen d3, but a position like this, queen d7, maybe we can go, I don't know if we can go queen f1 actually, or maybe we go something like queen c4, I don't know, but now b5 is coming. I'm just wondering if we could play a move like maybe bishop f1, or if this would be not so good, and it could be that it's not so good because the other knight is coming in here to e7. So let's go back. We have, this is not the position, it's like this, it's black to move in this position, it's black to move in this position. We take the page back again, so black can choose of taking on a3. Black can go knight b5, knight d5. I would say these are the absolutely main move. Anna is planning queen c6 or queen b7, putting pressure on this pawn. Could black play a move like b5? This looks very strange, queen b4, because we have some pressure here now. This is a pin now, and I just want to show you this. You have bishop take d5. You're actually winning a piece and winning the game on the spot, because when you take here, we take back with the bishop. This is not the position. I just want to show it, that there are always tactics. This is position. So queen take a3 is one move. Knight d5 is one more. This could be one more. These are the three moves I expected him to play, and I would say this is absolutely the main move to play. Or I would say so queen b5, knight b5 looks a little bit funny, but it could be the idea. If you go a4, the plan is to go here, queen c4, and you have queen b4, and you are just getting to win here. So this knight b5 could be logic. Now is bad to move it, but queen c6, you're getting some threats against b6, you get an e, and we have this beautiful d5, but I would say after this to go d5 is impossible. Knight e4 is also a good move. This would be very normal, but now queen b4 and black is very good. This is very, very difficult. So let's see what he play. I would expect queen take a3, maybe knight b5. Knight d5 is a blocker. but it doesn't look that logical, but it's also a possibility. So let's see what he will play. But he has 40 minutes, he has lots of time to think, and this is very important to do. This is very important. I think they both look so fully focused. Anna needs to be focused. She is Hannah, this is the first round. Anna is playing in Menorca Open. It's a tournament with close to 400 players in 2 groups. Anna playing in the A group. She's rated number 191 among 284 players. She plays against one very strong player, a young player, Tong Xiao from China, born 2008. He has 405 points more than Anna. And Anna is black is better here. Anna is worse in this position. She's worse because there are a pawn hanging on a3. This knight is also passive. They are equal pawns in this moment, but this pawn can be gone, and it could be that she will have to play some endgames with the pawn less. And this pawn is a pawn, is very far away. It's more difficult to stop a pass pawn which is more far away. Anna has the bishop, but this knight is far away. Black has a beautiful way of blocking the pieces, and this knight is very close to the queen side. It's on the queen side, could maybe come also this way. So black is better, absolutely will, and black is also having so much more time, and this is why black is also spending lots of round. So yeah. So taking your a3 or moving the knight, moving this knight are the moves I'm expecting. 1 and either 2 or 3. These are the 3 moves. One of them I'm expecting her opponent to play. But the first move to move, we have a little bit this rule that when you are calculating, look always for force move. The most forcing move is to give checks. Black has no way of giving a check here. The second most forcing move is to take a piece. Black can take a pawn. So this is the first move to calculate, to take a pawn. And after that, black can see if you can, and after that, black can only try to activate the pieces. So I would say taking the a3 is the first move to calculate in this position here for black. And if black is satisfied with what will happen, black will go for that, I would guess. I don't think Anna can win this game because she is worse here. She is worse, and she plays against a very strong player who has so much more rating. Anna is also behind on time. But sometimes some trainers have said that if you have a difficult position, maybe the best is to be in time trouble and just hope that your opponent will start blitzing out the moves, playing too quickly, so your opponent might go wrong. But we can see that Tong Xiai, he's using his time, and this is actually how he should do. He's having the better position, and he knows that he is putting pressure on Anna, so he will spend some time, play a good move, and Anna will be under pressure. So, but Anna is fighting. Just hope that she will keep on fighting here, that she will find good moves because there are always coming critical moments. So I'm just hoping he doesn't take on a3, but this is very good. Knight b5 is a tricky move. If he goes for that Anna needs to go queen c6, and that is not so easy to do and to go for activity. But yeah, but it's just so exciting moment here we have. And in this tournament, this is the first round out of 9. 9 rounds are very typical to play. This is the first round out of 9 games, and they play with 90 minutes in a classical tournament, but no extra half an hour out of the 40 moves. So Anna has only this free 38 seconds plus half minute per move for her game. And in this tournament, there are lots of different nations playing. There are nations from 48 nations playing, and there are 12 players from China, if it wasn't changed. But before the round, it looked like it was 12 players from China. But there are most players from Spain. That's very logical. There's 60 players from Spain, a little more than 60, and then there are half of it are from India. And the number 1 and 2, the number 1 is the Indian player, and also number 2 is the Indian players. It's Erigashi and Nihal Sarin are number 1 and number 2 in the tournament. And I believe the number 3 is Fedosevich, and then number 4 I think is Hans Niemann. I think these are the top players. So it's a very strong open tournament with one player with 27, 56, and then there are several players between 26 and 27. Anna is rated 191 among these players. In her opponent, and he took an A3. This is what he played. This is absolutely a good move. Anna played Queen C6, and this was also a good move. And she played it immediately. I'm very happy. She won some time. Now she has 4 minis. And now he went Knight D5. Anna now needs to take on D5. This is the only thing she can do. He played it immediately. Anna needs to take on D5 and the queen take B6. She needs to go for this forcing. This is absolutely the best. And I would say that normally Chinese players are very good at calculating. I guess it's because, I don't know why, but I think they normally, and they used to be very tactical. When China was a young nation, becoming stronger and stronger, the Chinese, because they were very strong among the women earliest and after very strong among all players, the Chinese women were often very, very tactical. Now, of course, they can play all kinds of chess. And absolutely, Knight D5, this was absolutely a must move. Anna needs to take on D5 and B6. She needs to take on D5 and B6. Otherwise, her opponent is threatening to go Queen A1. This is the threat to go Queen A1 and take on D4. Her opponent had also 2 pawns which are just threatening to march down. She needs to take one of these 2 pawns. Absolutely. So her opponent threatened to take on D4, where you would also defend B6 from D4. But also the threat is maybe Queen B4 and start marching down. So Anna needs, absolutely, she needs to take on D5. This is absolutely the best she can do. Anything else, she would lose. So she needs to take on D5. After that, she needs to take on B6. And there are equal pawns. But this is absolutely what she needs to play. Anna is not winning. Anna is worse. She's fighting for trying to make a draw in the game. She is worse. Her opponent, I would say, he played the best. If Anna is playing the best, she will get some endgames where she will have to fight, maybe with a pawn less, but she has to fight with perhaps a pawn down. And we can see that the problem is that Anna, if she takes on D5, so Anna needs to take on D5, and I just hope she plays it quickly. If she doesn't play quickly, she will get into problems maybe later on. This is the only way of playing now. Take here, and I think she take on B6. 96 will be coming, but she has to play for this. She has to go for all these things. She has to go for a queen endgame. This is what she wants to play. She wants to play a queen endgame. Absolutely. And how do we get there? I don't dare to move the pieces. I don't want. She needs to take on D5, take back, and then take the pawn on B6. She needs to take one of these 2 pawns. She needs to take one of these 2 pawns because 2 pass pawns together, they will march down. And she took on D5, and she did it when her opponent went up, and this is good because he went up, and now she has little time to think. She needed to do that. But what happens is that her opponent, she needed to take it. Why? Because her opponent takes back, he can give a check between her, and then she can take B6. There are equal pawns. The problem is that her opponent will bring in the knight. She needs also to bring in her knight. And Anna's D4 pawn will be gone. It will be gone. But I just hope that we can get some kind of endgame. Anna might be pawn down, but she can fight in the endgame. This is what I'm really hoping for. Bishop to D5 was a must move. Her opponent took back. Her opponent has taken back. Oh, no, he hasn't. Oh, he took back here now. He actually took back directly. This is allowed. You can make 1/2 move without writing down the score sheet. So when your opponent take, you are allowed to take back and then write down both moves. So, but if Anna make a move now, he needs to write down the moves. Absolutely, he cannot make any more moves without. So she needs to take on B6. Let's see. This is a very important moment. If she goes knight F4, it could be Anna goes knight F4 to try, but I think this is not possible to play. If she goes knight F4, she needs to take on B6, but she took the wrong. What did she do? She took D5 pawn, and I think D5 pawn. Yeah, this is a little bit surprising to me. She took D5 pawn. Is this the best pawn to take? I would expect to take Now, oh, I wonder, knight e6. What will be happening here? Knight e6. I expected her to go to take on b6. It's very logical to play the knight to e6. She took the d5 pawn. I would have taken b6, but Anna decided the d5 pawn. And what did he play? He played something, and I don't know what he played. He's playing so quickly. He played a4. He played a4. Now Anna needs to bring in her knight. Knight f4. This was not the best move. Knight f4 is very important. She needs to bring in her knight into activities to start to create something. And she played this immediately. She played this immediately. She is planning to go e6. She's planning to go against the king. Knight f4. She needs to play with her pieces. And what is her opponent going to do? And if her opponent can go something like queen e7, but after queen a5, can he go a3? We might have some, I don't know, knight e3. What is happening? And we start playing with the d pawn. Anna is also having a pass pawn. Oh, this is so exciting. She played this beautiful queen take d5. He went a4. He's playing so quickly. He is playing very quickly. Knight f4. Anna's opponent is still better. It's still better, but Anna also, if she moves away a queen, she has a d pawn that can be moving. It can be, and she has got her knight into play, because you need to play with the pieces. Anna has a queen and a knight, and of course a king. The king cannot enter the game, but her opponent is only playing with the queen and the pawn. This knight is still not in the play, and with knight f4, this knight is not coming into the play, because if it goes to e6 or g6, Anna will absolutely just grab it. She will absolutely just grab it. So what is the best her opponent can do? I guess her opponent has to do something like that and queen c8, but this is not so easy to play. I wonder if Anna go, and the idea is, of course, now the idea is if Anna Anna needs to go here. And what is this happen? Can we go knight b4? And yeah, this is getting a little bit crazy, but this is the best move for him to play. And why is it the best? Because the reason is he wants to stop Anna from going queen a8. This is why in this position, if you go queen e7, Anna has queen a8, and the queen is very good because it stands behind the pawns. It makes this knight passive, and maybe she has this plan knight e3 and start moving the pawns. So this is absolutely, I'm a little bit scared now. If you go check here, Anna moves the queen. I don't know why the king should be here or here, and now queen c8. She cannot stop the pawn from behind. And if Anna plays maybe h5, oh, what is this? a3, I'm wondering, what is this? Can we play something like this? No, we would lose because of queen e6. This would be, we cannot play anything like that. That would absolutely be. So h5, no, I don't know. I think this is a little bit scary. It's not the position. This is not the position. Her opponent is thinking here, but this is a bit scary. This is not scary here. And a3, because after here Anna will go a6. She will blow up the position, and you can see this king will not escape from the checks. We will just keep on checking here, and this would absolutely be a perpetual. This queen is so far away. Let's go back to the game. So this is why her opponent played queen e7. Now Anna has, I like queen h8. Queen h8 is a good move, but it's not sure she will play this. Queen h8, because if she comes here, maybe her opponent can go queen e7 and it's behind the pawn. It's like the rook endgame. So Anna needs to be behind the pawn. With the rooks we need to have. So this is what I want her to play. Queen a8. Behind the pawns. He wants queen a7. He wants to go queen a7 and then march the pawn down. Anna needs to put her queen behind the pawns because she needs to stop her opponent from standing behind the pawns. So he stopped Anna from going a6. Now queen a8 is the best move. Let's see if Anna goes here. No, she goes queen c4. And now is this a good move? Maybe it's a good move, but I thought this was scary. Queen a7. Anna wants to go d5 here. a3. What? How can she stop the pawn? No, she cannot. So after queen a7 will absolutely come here. Now, what is this hanging? Queen a2. We go a3. Can she have some? I have no idea. Can we have some d5? b5. This is absolutely scary. He e6. I don't know what is happening. But this is, she wanted to stop it. I would have liked. But she played queen c4. Now I'm sure we will see after a3, Anna can go queen a4. I guess this will absolutely be equal. This will be fine. But queen e7 will absolutely be played. I cannot expect anything else from her opponent, but her opponent has made some mistakes. I would say her opponent has made some mistakes. Queen a7 is absolutely... He played a3. Now I want Anna to go queen a4. I want her to go queen a4. But after b5, after this, he will go queen a7, and now Anna will lose. So after queen a4, Anna will need to go queen a5, b4. She will need to go queen d5. Oh, this is so exciting. I have no idea. Now we can take the queen, knight take b4. Everything is hanging. So let's see if Anna goes queen a4. No, she goes queen d3. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. Oh, she goes queen d3. Now he has queen a7. And after queen a7, Anna needs to go queen b4, queen c1, but he can go queen a5. And now this is getting so active. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what is hanging. Queen e1 check. Oh, it's hanging some pawns. Oh, it's so getting so tactics. But this was very difficult. Queen d3, knight d3 was a mistake. It was logical, but actually queen c4 was wrong. She needed her queen behind the pawns. She needed her queen behind the pawns. And this is not so easy to understand. She needed also maybe the knight to d5. This is so. But, you know, Anna has 1 minute to find the best move. It's not easy. And it's not easy. It's also lots about calculation. But we know in rook endgames, we want the rook to behind the pawns. And also here with 2 pawns marching down, she wanted behind the pawns. So if her opponent now go something like, if you go b5 here now, Anna will need, if she takes here, queen a7 will actually lose the game on spot here now, because after she comes here, you go just a2, and this position is lost. This is lost. The knight and queen are so good together. This will no chance to save the game. So knight d3, but she has played so well. We can see her opponent has made mistake. Her opponent has made mistake. Queen a7 is the strongest move here now. And after b5, Anna will need to go queen a2. And after b4, she will need to go, she will need to start moving with her pawns. And this will actually be an equal position, but this is so difficult. This is so difficult. So if he goes b5, but I'm so scared, even after b5 it's very scary. He could go b5, but he played queen a7, and now Anna is having, now this was a good move. He's putting finally the queen on the best square. This was a good move. The queen is best behind the pawns, and now Anna is, I think we will see queen knight b4 or knight c1. She will stop the pawn like this. But this is just, I think we'll see knight b4 here now, but he can go queen a4, or is the pin, is not possible. She needs to go, maybe maybe she needs to go here already. So this, you see, and the queen was on d5. If she wanted to go queen a2, she could have done it in one move. But it was, this is not position, sorry, we put it back. But it's so easy for me to say here. It's so difficult to play this, absolutely. Anna with little time, she has only 34 seconds. But now these pawns are marching down. If her opponent only had 1 pawn, Anna would be absolutely fine. But there is 1 pawn here and 2 pass pawns. She needs to play, queen a2 is the best move. But I guess she will go something like knight c5 is the most logical move to play. Knight c1 is the absolutely most logical move. She played queen e2. This is the best move. But now you have this very beautiful queen here now. And what is Anna going to do? She needs to go, if you go knight c1, you can actually go with check and you pick it up. So queen a4 now, Anna will be in big problems after queen a4. And he played his queen a4 because he threatening to check, he threatening to take the pawn. Anna needs to move up her king. She needs actually to go king h2. This is very difficult. To avoid the check, after queen take d4, she has queen a3. But king e2 is very difficult. But she needs to move queen a4. This is position. She needs to move up the king because her opponent is threatening to take the knight. She needs to move up the king. And she put the king on the best square. King h2. This is very difficult. But this was the best square. Now b4 could be coming. d5, b4, knight c1. Can we fight among these? I don't know. Here we're stopping here. After a move like this, can we do? We cannot go with the pawns. We can try to make maybe something like d6, but now maybe the knight is coming in here. Now we have some counterplays. You know, it's so tactical, but black just has to avoid. Anna played king, queen, king h2, and this was the best move. And now her opponent has played. What did he play? He played a move, but I don't know what he played. What did he play? He played, no, he hasn't played. Oh, I'm getting so excited. He played b5, Anna played b4, and what? They are pushing the pawns here. They are pushing the pawns, and now she played this. So after b4, Anna will need to go. I don't know. After b4, can she go knight c5? No, maybe this is worse because of king b5. She needs to go after here. B4 here. Yes, she needs to go knight c1. So this is a race. This is a race with the pawns. But Anna doesn't have two pawns. The knight is stopping, and the problem is that Anna needs two pieces to stop these two pawns. She needs two pieces to stop the two pawns, and if black can get this knight into the game, it will be so difficult for her. But Anna is fighting. She's absolutely fighting. She's hoping that her d pawn will create some counterplay, and there are always some critical moments. There are lots of critical moments. Anna played d5. If her opponent plays something like that, Anna can actually just go queen take a3. We have a position, and this would absolutely be, I would say, this would be a very good chance for a draw. Maybe even we go to the queen endgame, because this we get away with one of the pawns. This is a dream Anna has. Anna has a dream of changing one of her pawns against one of these pawns. But Anna has 48 seconds for her 48 seconds for the whole game, but she gets half minute per move. So this time control is just very, very little time. You don't get an extra half hour. They have made 35 moves. Anna is fighting. She is fighting so much, and it's so nice to see. I think she has played a nice game. She has made some mistakes, but her opponent has also made some mistakes. But she's playing against a player with 400 points more, a young player from China. He's born 2008, and what Anna has only 48 seconds. When she make a move, she will get half a minute per move. And what is her opponent going to do? He's not going to move his knight. If he's moving his knight, Anna will be able to push the pawn. And Anna find this very beautiful king h2 before. I think he will go b4. After b4, Anna will need to go the knight to c1. She needs to stop it. And after a move like queen b4, she will maybe we have e6. Has he played? Did she play? Oh, I'm so sorry. Did he play? Oh, I'm getting so exciting here. No, he's drinking water, and he's doing the right way. Sometimes he has played quickly, but sometimes he's taking the time, and this is right. b4 is a good move. It's actually logical because he doesn't want to move on the knight. If he moves the knight, Anna will start pushing. She will have counterplay with her pawns. They will be possible to move. And actually, if Anna was to move, she would go e6. She would go e6. Let's say we make a little slow move, I don't know what, then e6 would be going, and she would be fine. She would absolutely be fine in this position. She would be absolutely be equal here. So she's having a threat, and this is why black needs to make something very play immediately. Let's see, has he played? No, he's thinking here. He needs to play. So Anna threatening e6. If he doesn't go e6, Anna will absolutely doesn't go. Anna threatening e6. He needs to go b4, because if Anna go e6, he will have b3. He will be first here now, and Anna cannot push. This is no, his pawn will just queen, so no, it's not possible. Let's go back. This is the position. Has he played? No, he hasn't played. He's thinking, but Anna is threatening the queen. Anna is threatening knight to e6. If you go something like this, I am wondering, maybe can Anna go knight c5 here? Queen b6. Can she blow? No, now she has time to take this pawn. No, this is not possible. She has time to take the pawn. This is not possible. So let's see. Is he scared for Anna's pawns? This is the position. The question is he scared now? Anna is planning e6. She is planning e6. This is absolutely her plan. He has only one move to keep a huge advantage. And this is playing b4, threatening b3. If it was Anna to move, she would go e6. It would be an equal position. Her pawns would be absolutely also dangerous. But it's black to move. We have this pawn race, and his pawns has been able to be moving quickly. And Anna's move has started to move, but they're a little bit, she needs the pawn to e6, not to d6 so much, because this knight is blocking the pawns. She needs this pawn to get moving to e6. And oh, it's so exciting. And of course, I would wish that it was the other way around with the clock, that it was her opponent who had 48 seconds. But it is Anna who has it. But Anna has been playing well. She is playing against, could it be that he's looking for this move? Queen takes c4, but the queen c4, no, we take on a3. This is the dream we have. The dream white has is to change one of these pawns for one of these pawns, especially the a3 pawn. This is what the a3 pawn we want to exchange, because we need to stop the a pawn. So we want to exchange this pawn for one of these, and white will absolutely be fighting, absolutely, and Anna is fighting. But with one move, he's putting lots of pressure. But chances like that, it's so difficult when we have this time. And it looks like we have huge of time with 90 minutes for the whole game, plus 30 seconds. But chess is so difficult, so we're spending the time, and lots of players, I am one of those, are getting into time travel now and then, or not only now and then, lots of times. Chess is like that, and it gets so exciting because we're playing with the clocks. Of course, we need to play with the clocks, otherwise the game would be going on forever. But here we see a race. We see 1 and 2 pass pawns, and 2 pawns together are very strong. Here we have 2 pass pawns, but we have an f pawn. So white doesn't have 2 pass pawns, have one pass pawn. But actually the number of pawns are equal. But when there are races, it's so important to be first in the race. And with these 2 pawns playing together, Anna can only stop 2 pawns with 2 pieces, 1 and 2. And this is the problem. Black cannot use these pawns now with a knight, cannot support these pawns with a knight. But if black managed to put the knight on c5, the knight could actually be able to stop Anna's pawn and support his pawn. That would be a winning position. So if black managed to get the knight to c5 somehow and stop Anna's pawns so she doesn't have counterplay, and then the threat of b3 would be so strong. But there are so many things, lots of things. Oh, sorry, let's see what has played. They have played. Oh, he played b4, knight c1 was played. Necessary, thank you. They played. Thank you so much for telling me. I'm getting so excited. b4, knight c1 was a must move to play. He played the best b4. Now e6 is again coming. He can play differently. He can go queen d1, and I don't know how Anna is going to play here now. She needs to go queen c4. This is the only way for her to stop the pawn. Queen c4. This is getting very scary. I have no idea after b3 here and a2 what would happen. Now we have e6. Oh, getting so scary. So if he goes queen d1, knight c1 was played. Anna has won 14. She won some seconds. Very good. And I'm sorry I was a little bit late, but I'm so happy you told me I needed to refresh. And this is the position. Her opponent is thinking he has 25 minutes. That's still lots of time. That is still lots of time. This is the position. Anna, he played the best, pushing the pawn. Anna played the best, putting the knight. So if he goes here, Anna will just grab the pawn. She can grab it with the queen, she can grab it with the knight. He's not going to push the b pawn. He can push the a pawn. Now Anna is again planning to go e6. He needs to do something against e6. This is absolutely important for him. Anna, to move, she would go e6. She would absolutely play e6. This is her plan. She wants to open up for the king. This is one. So black can prevent this. He can prevent this with queen a6. He can also prevent it with queen d1. I don't know, queen b5. I think we just move the pawn to e6. So these are the moves. I think this is absolutely logical. I don't know if you can go queen a7 here, and then could e6 be coming take here, and queen e7. How would the position be like this? Could we go knight d3 here now? But this would absolutely, knight take b4. This would be probably a difficult endgame to play, because we have a knight, pawn very far away. And we remember, the knight's most difficult is to stop the pawns, the corner pawns. That's the most difficult when we play knight in games, to stop the pawns more far away, because the knight is a slow piece. So this is absolutely difficult. Even if it equal pawns, it won't be difficult to defend that, but it would be a long fight ahead. I would be very happy if we get position like this. But Anna is fighting so much. What are the best moves he can do here? I guess queen e6 is logical. I guess queen d1 is also logical, but queen d1 is more forceful. So I would say queen a6 is good. And what is Anna going to do? Maybe queen b3, try to put a knight on b2. This could be absolutely, but then we have queen f1. Oh, this is just. Let's see, he's moving now. He moved. What did he move? He played queen a6. This was a good move. This was maybe the best move you could play. This was absolutely best. And the problem is, if Anna doesn't have so many good moves. He doesn't. Queen f1 is coming. She doesn't want to put the king on g2. What is he going to do? Maybe a small like this is absolutely best. Just to see, what are you going to do? I have no idea what is the best for her to play, because this is the position. He played queen e6. This was a very tricky move. It was a slow move. It's not forcing. He took away the c4 square from Anna. Queen b3 is one. Anna went d6. But I guess after d6, her pawns will not be moving. I think now, after d6, her knight will go to knight to e6. I don't think she will have so much more chance here now. Maybe the knight will come here to e6. Will she have a chance here now? Maybe. Can she play some f4 here? Start playing. But I think after d6, this is a mistake, because now she doesn't have this e6. Now this knight can come into the game, and even from e6 is in the game, it's stopping the pawn on d7. So d6 was not the move, but it was very, very difficult. Anna has also a little time. She's under pressure, and queen e6 was such a clever move. And what will he play now? Anna wanted to keep the queen here, so it was not so easy. It was maybe best for Anna just to let her move, her opponent make the move. Maybe the best was to make a little no move, but how could we know this? This is just so difficult. I have no idea what was the best for Anna to try. But d6 I don't like, because she take away the tension. You see, this e-pawn can never move any further. Yeah, maybe queen c6 is a good move. I have no idea. Can we go knight here? Could this be possible? No, knight, queen c3 is coming, and the p-pawn is just going. So yes, this is a good move. What, queen c6 is actually a good move to play. Maybe this is the best move to play. If we come in here, we have just a pin, and Anna can never get out of this pin. Okay, she can go with queen b1, but this is just so difficult. So d6 was played. Her opponent, he hasn't played yet. I think he hasn't played. He played queen c6. This is a good move. He played queen c6. He's just bringing in the queen to c4. This is what he's doing. He bringing in the queen to c4 or f4. I have no idea what Anna could try to do here now. Maybe he has to go, but his plan is to bring. He could have gone queen c4 actually directly, but he put the queen on c6. He could have gone queen c4 directly, which was also absolutely fine. But queen c6, a little bit like Anna play knight b3. Sorry, this is why now I understand. Thank you. Anna play knight b3. So then I understand. I think he will go queen c4, pinning the knight. And they're so difficult for Anna to make anything, but the position was very, very difficult. But let's see if Anna can. He played knight a6. This is absolutely fine move to play. I would just like Anna, maybe queen d2 could be good move. What can you do? But here, queen c4. How are we going to defend this? Maybe queen d1, just to try to keep the pieces away. Maybe this is the best way. But after a move like queen d1, maybe we can go a2. We need to go. Yeah, I have no idea. Can we try something here? Let's go back. We go back to the game. We go back. So he played knight to e6, which was good. I like queen d1 now here. Queen d2 was played. This was a good move also. I think this is the best. And she will absolutely need. And now, of course, if her opponent would make something like this would all of a sudden change the game. Her opponent needs to be able to block the pawn. Anna is maybe planning to go d7, but even she put the pawn on d7, her opponent will go king c7 and start. So maybe this is the plan to go d7 here. So, but her opponent is actually always able to block the pawn with the knight. The knight on e6 is very good. It's very close to the queen side, but it also look at this square, which is very important for the knight. So Anna's pass pawn can always be stopped. Yeah, her opponent is very strong, and he has played well. I don't think he will blunder this position. He has played good moves. He has made some mistakes. Some moments I say he played very quickly when it was not necessary. Now it's very good down. I left the pawn on h4 stake, so there's no sound, maybe knight g5 coming, but but of course Anna would still have this d7. So he played the move. What did he play here? He played queen c4. Now Anna needs to go queen d1. She needs the queen to go to d1. This is absolutely what she needs to do. Let's see if Anna go queen d1 is the only move. And no, she's moving the knight. No, don't move the knight. No, don't move the knight. Yes, queen d1. She moved the knight to c1. I don't like this because knight d4. Oh yeah, maybe knight d4 is no problem. But now he can go b3. And how is Anna going to stop the pawn after b3? She played knight c5. Has he played? What did he play? Did he play anything? No, it's his turn. Anna played knight c1, but he can go b3. This is absolutely fine. He can go b3. Knight d4 is not so good because, and this is what he played. You see, now there's no blocking. And Anna will, now I cannot see. She will give up the pawn, the knight for not 2 pawns, for 1 pawn. I cannot see how she is going to stop the pawns. Queen d1 was the move I would have liked to see her playing, but now there is no way for her to stop the pawns here. So she has played. What did she do? I guess she made d7, but her opponent will probably go, yes, he can go even b2, and he played it because there's no way for Anna to stop the pawn from queening. This is absolutely no way for her to stop the pawn from queening, and he played it b2 immediately also. So that is, these pawns were the one which is going to win the game. Anna got the pawn to d7, but this pawn will either take on c1 or get here. Anna can get the queen, but there is a knight to take the queen. So black is going to have an extra queen, and there's just nothing Anna can do about it. So she has very little time. I don't know if she loses her time, but she cannot save this position. She cannot save it. So I don't know if she has lost some time or, she took a queen here. She played the move. This was played. Her opponent will absolutely, this is the only move he had, she take back. But now it's just, Anna took back. He played the king to h7. And there's no way Anna could have any kind of perpetual here. There is just no way to stop. There will be a new queen, and Anna just cannot stop it. And she doesn't have any way to get to this king. This king is very safe here on h7. Anna has a knight up, but we know that even if Anna would have a rook here, these 2 pawns would be stronger than a rook. So 2 pawns so close to the last rank are so really, really strong. Yeah, Anna would love to go queen f5 check, but that is not possible. Impossible move. But then the king would go down, and there's no more checks. The only route for perpetual would be f5 c8, but queen is controlling c8. So there's no way for her to do anything. So I think she will just resign. And this is what Anna did. But this is what she did. And so this was the first game. Anna played against a strong player. She was playing fine, and she had chances. Even when she was becoming worse, her opponent made some mistakes. She has chances, but it's not easy. These end games, Anna was playing with little time, and this tournament is more stressful with only 90 minutes for the whole game. So this is the first round out of 9 in Menorca Open, and then her opponent is just telling her, he said knight e4. He didn't like her to go knight d4, and this was Anna's mistake. So just stay here. Anna will come in some moments. She will come. She will tell you about her thoughts about the game. And now I think to tell about the moment when Anna went for activity with knight g5. That was fine. But next move, she made mistake, and I think to speak about it. And this is so beautiful with chess, that they are analyzing the game. They're also sitting on a whole own board, which is very beautiful. They have lots of space. I don't think they bother any other players. I don't know where the others are sitting, but they're analyzing, and this is very nice because you are learning from each other. And so stay here. Anna will analyze maybe a little bit there on the board with her opponent. Then she is going to come to you. She's going to come and she will tell you about the game, her thoughts and everything. So it's just stay here a bit longer, and I will stay here a little bit longer until Anna is coming to be with you. But Anna has played very nicely during the game. It has been an exciting game. There was started with a Queen's Indian, it became a Bugo Indian, I would say, and her opponent played a very positional game and also kept the balance, played nicely against her opponent. Then in a moment she wanted to play for activity, she wanted to play for king attack. It was nothing wrong, but she went wrong, and then she was under pressure, but her opponent went wrong, and Anna created counterplay. But in some moments there were some precise move, and she didn't find that. But it has been an exciting game. Anna played against a very strong player, and he has 400 points. It was very, anything else than if Anna would take a draw or win this game, it would have been a big surprise, because it's a very strong player, even though he's a young player. He's born 2008, and he's rated number 25 in the tournament. Yes, and there's, of course, from every game we are playing, we really try to learn from each game. From the game we are losing, from the game we are winning. Maybe we can learn more from the game we are losing than winning. But just try to learn something every game, at least to take one thing with us from the games we have been playing. And here, what can we learn from this game? I would actually say a little bit to... I'm also scared of when there are pawns hanging, but maybe to see this pawn race, that is very good when you have heavy pieces, that sometimes you like to have the heavy pieces behind the pawns. With rooks, we know that the rooks are best behind the pawns, but it's not so easy to know it that with the queen it would also have been the best. And here also the result came up from the first round. So this is a beautiful open tournament with close to 400 players. There are 284 in Anna's group. Anna's rated 191 among these 284 players, and they're putting up the pieces. The kings are on the black square like that. Anna, they are telling the board that black won. It's a signal to the board, so the right result is coming up on the board. So this is what you do when you finish a game on a digital board. But yes, stay a bit longer, and Anna will be with you after some few minutes. She will come and she will tell you about the game. I will also be very curious to listen, and but it takes a little bit of time before she's coming up there. And because that's so nice to hear about the players fought and after the games, and that's why I'm also very happy that Anna a little bit analyzed with her opponent like that. She could hear his thoughts about the games, his thoughts about what he thought maybe Anna went wrong or so. So that's just very, very beautiful. And tomorrow Anna will be back with her second round and third round. They will have a tough double round starting at 10 o'clock CET time, the round number 2, and Anna will probably tomorrow play with black pieces. I'm not sure if she will play against a high rated player or a lower rated player. I'm not sure about that, because it's such a strong tournament. We will see later on when the pairings are coming out. But I will stay a little bit longer until Anna will be here with you, but she will be with you at any moment. So in this open tournament they play 9 games. That's a very typical 9 games. It's an uneven number, so Anna will play maybe 5 white and 4 blacks, or maybe 5 blacks and 4 white. So it's typical to have 9 games. Also for norms, 9 games are very good. And I never played in this open. This is the third time they play Menorca Open. I have played on Menorca, but I played in the Spanish Team Championship more than 25 years ago. That was also a very beautiful tournament, and we played all the 9 games in the Team Championship in a row in Menorca. And but I haven't played in Menorca Open, and so I just stay a little bit longer. Anna will be with you at any moment. And this is a tournament with classical games, but classical short games, which I think is very stressful. They have 90 minutes, but no extra time after 40 moves, no extra time, and that's stressful. I would say that's also stressful about for Anna to play with. And so it's different to play here than to play in Reykjavik Open, I would say, because of the time control. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I just hope you stay a little bit longer. Anna will come at any moment. She will come at any moment and to speak about the game. And I myself, I really love to listen to the players after the game, to listen to their thoughts, and especially directly after the game. They're still warm from the game. You can only hear their own comments, their own ideas. They haven't had time to check their evaluations, their ideas, if they were right or not. So this is the moment, and this is actually very good, that when you play the game, to remember your own ideas you had during the game, what you were thinking about, what you were scared about. So and then to check if it was right or not wrong. There is another tournament next week in Formentera. There's another open. Formentera is one of the Balearian Islands, and they're going to be an open tournament that's starting maybe, I think, on the 9th of April. So now, thank you so much. I am leaving you, and Anna will be with you at any moment. Thank you so much, and bye bye.
Hello? Can you see me? Is it working? What's up, everyone? Hello? How are we doing? Okay, I don't know why I'm smiling. I'm actually sad because I lost, but I thought the game was good. I don't know how the game was. Obviously, I spent way too much time thinking. For some reason, I don't know. It's weird when, the last tournament I had 30 minutes. I think in my brain, even though I knew that I had no, extra time, I still spent a lot of time, but I was just so proud of the opening. I thought it was such a nice opening, and I thought I was playing well, but then I just missed. I honestly, I think maybe instead of knight h3, I should maybe go rook takes rook and then try to not lose the a pawn. But it was the kind of position where I felt like either I have knight f6 check and there's tactics, or I'm just completely losing. But obviously I was playing against a really strong player. I mean, he had 400 points higher rating than me, so obviously he was a very strong player. But hello, chat. I'm able to see you right now. I'm finally able to see you. Pia was so proud of your counterplay. I was really trying to do something. But that a pawn was just almost impossible to stop. I thought at the end he could go queen d1 maybe, and it was just resignable, but he didn't do it. Instead he kept going for a few more moves. But honestly, I'm happy and proud of my fighting in this game. I'm trying, to see the positives, because, I mean, obviously, playing against such a strong player, obviously my normal result is to lose, but what I wanted to do is that I wanted to give it a good game, and I do think that the game was relatively good. I'm going to do a little quick analysis, because I'm really curious to... It was plus 1.87? Yes, what was this move, rook a7? I knew this couldn't be good, so queen f4 isn't good. So I was... d5 works! Wait, I'm so proud! Wait, sorry, I'm not proud because I didn't play it, but I saw it, but I just thought knight c... Wow, d5 works. I actually thought it might work. Wait, wow. Okay, so I'm looking right now at the position. Wow, so d5 does work. I saw this move, and I didn't play it because... Why did I not play it? Oh, because I thought knight c5, e takes d6, queen takes d6... But yeah, I just go knight, I go knight d4 and then knight b5. This was the idea that I missed. I saw d5. I should have played it. Yeah, I knew rook a7 was a bad move. Who plays rook a7? Sorry, opponent. But I mean, come on. The rook on a7 makes no sense. When I saw this move, I was in shock. And then I spent a lot of time here because I was analyzing d5. But then I played queen f4, which is the bad move. And then c takes d5. And here I'm still... doing pretty well, but I need to play a4, and it was when I didn't see this idea of a4 that things went badly. So I just didn't understand the position. Yeah, I had to go rook b1. Okay, I'm understanding now what happened. Oh wow, and now I have queen a8. Oh guys, I am a little bit in shock, sorry. And now queen a4, and it's actually equal. I thought I was dead lost in that position, and so did my opponent. Yes, I can play against these people. I didn't think it was dead loss, but my opponent after the game said that this position was dead loss. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at the position whenever... okay, I know you guys are probably not following. Wait, can I, like, show the screen? Am I gonna leak something? Let me show the screen. Sorry, guys. I'm looking right now, and I'm very excited. Give me 1 second. Okay, one second, guys, okay? I'm gonna show you the screen. Okay, so... Wait. So this is the position that I'm looking at. Here, it's actually equal. I thought I was dead lost. I mean, okay, it's very difficult for me to play this with a minute, so probably practically I am lost. But what I'm looking at is, I thought that I was worse here. Here, I thought I was doing fine. Like, I was really proud of how I was playing. But here, yeah, after rook a7, I saw the idea of d5. Like, I saw this move, but I didn't play it because I thought that there was... knight c5, and then I thought takes, and I didn't really see where my counterplay, like why I was better. But I mean, obviously I just have this move. I think I was just really scared of letting the knight come into c5, which doesn't really make sense because I saw this move. I thought it was beautiful because I'm threatening right now to take this pawn, and if you go pawn takes, I thought this should be bad because e takes d6, and then I thought if you go queen takes d6, yeah, I saw all of this, and knight d4. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't play this. This was my chance in the game, actually, d5. So queen f4. Wow, and then here I should take, c takes, bishop takes, and knight e4. But instead, I started doing random things, and then here I have to go knight e4. But I didn't do it because I was scared of bishop takes e4. Okay, now the engine doesn't like this. I was really scared of this. Pawn takes... and then I looked at rook c8. This was the move that I looked at, and yeah, I thought rook c7, and I thought black is just better. This was my analysis. Wow, but I have rook a8. I did see this move, but I thought knight b4. But then I have knight g5, and I'm threatening checkmate, and I have a lot of counterplay, so this is actually what I had to go for. Wow, okay guys, sorry, I saw all of this. Okay, I'm actually a little bit happy because I saw all of this. I just chose the wrong thing, I think. But I saw all of this. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I saw the right ideas. It was just the wrong execution. And then at the end, I wasn't able to stop the pawns well enough, but that was because of the time. Okay. I'm actually quite proud, guys. I think I felt like I played better. I felt more like my normal self. I felt more in focus. And I'm just really excited to play a lower rated player tomorrow. I just want to play like a 2000. I want to play my little openings. I want to play faster, and I just want to play good chess. I feel actually like I'm in much better form than I was in Reykjavik. And this is something that you feel as well. It's not just like in the chess, but I felt like I was in a much better form, and I was feeling much better during the game. So I'm actually quite okay. I'm a bit upset that I didn't play d5 because I really saw that move, and I was thinking about it for 12 minutes, and I chose to not do it, and it was the best move. But I'm quite happy that I was able to see these moves. So, yeah. We will be playing our best. I hope you guys enjoyed my little intro video this morning that I did. I was having a lot of fun before the game filming, even though the game came out, the pairings came out 45 minutes late. But also, I'm so sorry that I haven't streamed in so long, everyone. I took a bit of a break after Reykjavik. Andrea was visiting me in Stockholm. It was a lot of fun. We bought way too many things when she was with me. But we had a lot of fun. It was great hanging out with Andrea. I was hanging out with her for a few days, and then I was going to stream at the end, but then I got a bit sick at the end. But now I'm doing good. So I'm really happy that, we're back streaming, we're back playing chess, we're back doing everything, and I hope you're as excited as I am for this tournament, because I'm very, very, very excited. I think it's going to be great. Did Andrea come to Spain too? No, she did not, but I think she's playing the next tournament for Formentera, I'm not sure. So, yeah, I think she's playing that tournament, so I don't even know what is up, but it was great having Andrea. I miss Andrea. It was great hanging out with her, so yeah. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and film my recap, and I'm gonna get some sleep, and I'm gonna get some dinner, and I'm gonna do all these things. This hotel, by the way, is amazing. I am so happy. MENORCA is an amazing tournament. The organizers are so nice. Everything is amazing. This is my new favorite tournament ever. I've only been here for 24 hours, but I love this place. So I'm very happy to be here. It's my first time playing this tournament, but very exciting. So yeah, super strong tournament. Gonna give it my best. We have double rounds tomorrow, so I'm playing both at 10 a.m. CEST and at 5 p.m. So gonna sleep early tonight so that I have lots of rest and so that, you know, we play a good game tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone, for following round number 1. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to see me playing chess. And we gotta keep our heads up for the whole tournament. The tournament has just started and we have plenty of games to go. So we will see if I get my 2100 back this tournament, but I think for me, the most important thing is to not feel pressure that I must get it back this tournament. Chess is a long journey, and I'm just going to play my best this tournament. And, you know, if this tournament doesn't go great, then there's going to be more tournaments too. So I think it's important for me to perform well, to not have this pressure that I must play the best tournament of my life. I'm simply going to play the best chess that I possibly can and put myself in the best scenario for that. So anyways, those are my words of wisdom. This beautiful, what day of the week is it? I don't even know. Monday? Tuesday? Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday evening. Okay. All right, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and raid someone. Actually, let me raid through my... Wait, let me raid someone. Can I get a name of someone who's right now live? Some amazing person that is live right now that we can send a raid to? Because that would be pretty great. Let me just do this. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Chat, who's live right now? Maybe we can raid...
Chestnut.
Oh, yeah.
Zach,
Yeah. Let me raid the chess nerd, because I saw that he was still playing, actually. Okay, raid... what is his...
The Chess Nerd Live.
The Chess Nerd Live. That is his at. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm rating him. He was playing very close to me today. So wish him good luck. He's right now playing the same tournament as me. Thank you so much, everyone, once again for watching the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I will see you all tomorrow at 10 a.m. CT for round 2 of MENORCA Open. Okay, bye-bye. Take care, chat. See you tomorrow. And bye, YouTube chat as well. I see you all as well. Thank you so much for watching. YouTube live stream, you guys are amazing. Twitch chat, you guys are amazing. Mom, you're amazing. Mods, you're amazing. Every one of you is amazing. Okay. I'm gonna go study some more chess now. I'll see you all tomorrow, everyone. 10 a.m. CET.